What's up, everybody? Don't worry, we're here. We're here. I see a couple comments already. Don't worry, we're here. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. It's that time. It's finally that time for Packers versus Lions. Claudia's here the whole time. That's right,
No,
David.
it's so
You will the whole game.
exciting.
So, hello, John. Hello, how you doing? David, nice to see you here. Jacob, you as well. Big Al saying the Battle of the Division is on today. Yes, indeedy. And in case you're wondering about inactives, if you hadn't seen yet, Jerry Alexander is indeed inactive today. Kind of like what I was thinking it was going to be. It's so rare for him to play without practicing. So he is out. Evan Williams, we knew was going to be out. And then Josh Myers had the doubtful designation. Yeah, he's out too. So in the pregame reporting that I saw for some beat reporters who are at Lambeau, they said it looks like Elton Jenkins is going to be your starting center today. Then for non-injury inactives, they got Malik Heath, Travis Glover, and Brenton Cox Jr. Notably active would be Keaton Oladapo. They're actually activating him for game day. We'll see if he gets any type of defensive play. So here is the kickoffs, as you can tell on the telecast. It's a little rainy up in Green Bay. Kind of the weather we were expecting. We'll see how it affects. But Keyshawn Nixon with a very good return to get things going. As he leapfrogs a human being over on the side. And he returns it up to nearly the 40. So time for Jordan Love and company to get this going. Commando G-Man, what you got?
Longest week ever. Let's get it going.
It has been a long one. I very much agree.
Chris Han, hey, John and Claudia, happy late Halloween. I went as the Heath Ledger
Whoa,
Joker.
Dang, Chris. Happy Halloween to you. That's one of the best costumes you can possibly do for Halloween. This is the first year we didn't dress up in a while, but we took around our little Captain America.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a penalty starting off right away with Cleet Blakeman as the head ref. You can expect a fair amount of this today, but that penalty was indeed called on... Yep. Oh, Nixon kind of hurdled a dude there.
I don't really know what the...
Yeah, and that brings them back. So they take that yardage off of the return penalty was on Green Bay. So we're starting off with the ball at the 25. Jordan Love in kind of a pistol formation to get things going here. And it is a handoff to Josh Jacobs. Expect that a fair amount today with the injuries on Detroit's front. And that's a good carry for a gain of about 9 to get things rolling. Gary's here.
Go Pack Go.
What's up,
That's
Gary?
Right. David saying, was that our longest kickoff return?
Quite possibly. Don't quote me on that without looking it up, but
So we haven't had a lot of...
Yeah, Nixon's gotten so few return opportunities this year at all. So it might have been before it went away.
Yeah.
All right, 2nd and 1 now for Green Bay as we get rolling here. Of course, keep in mind, Malcolm Rodriguez, one of Detroit's starting linebackers, out. Josh Pascal, the replacement defensive lineman for Aiden Hutchinson,
to
out.
Jacobs, who spins
Woo!
out of a tackle, gets the first down, and quite a bit more.
There we go. Josh Jacobs makes up for Keyshawn Nixon as they get nearly to the 50-yard line on that second carry for Jacobs. Good running start for Green Bay.
Doler Hyde saying, hey, Packer peeps.
What's up, Doler Hyde? Good to see you here.
How you doing?
Josh Jacobs with the spin.
Yes.
Like to see that. He's going to have to run hard today. 528 rush yards after contact, leading the NFL for Josh Jacobs, per the telecast. Jordan Love again in his pistol formation. They now have the ball on the 47-yard line. And that's a quick completion out to Romeo.
Dobbs.
About a 6-yard gain through the air.
Doing a little bit of a somersault.
You know, from the early appearance, like just with bodies kind of flailing all over, like I don't want to say the field is slippery, but guys are having some issues getting their footing real well. And just these first couple of plays, you can kind of tell. Maybe more so on the sidelines than the field, but fair amount of slipping this early already. All right, here we go. 2nd and 4. Packers now on the Detroit side on the 47-yard line following the 6-yard completion. Romeo Dobbs with some outward motion, but it's all to set up another carry for Josh Jacobs, who runs into, he runs into about 3 or 4 guys in Honolulu blue, and that's not good. So a gain of nothing on the carry for Josh Jacobs sets up 3rd down. You know, keep in mind, one of the things that I talked about was, yes, with the injuries up front for Detroit, the Packers are going to have an easier time running than they might have had 6 weeks ago against Detroit. But really, one place that you can get to Detroit is against these corners. All 3 of their starting corners with QB ratings allowed over 100. especially the two boundary corners. 8 penalties called on them each to this point, by far the most on Detroit's defense. I would expect the Packers to try to exploit whenever they do see one-on-one with these corners.
Jordan Love takes the snap, dropping back. Quick check off to Jacobs, who struggles.
Yeah, he gets up to the line-ish,
Yeah.
but he met 2 Lions there. Looks like they're going to mark it just short of the first down, so it's going to be 4th and inches here, depending on where they officially spot that. But yeah, he got close.
Looks like.
Yep, they're going to... Time to do a measurement. Looks like Jacobs is not going to be in.
Chains? I know they were.
Yeah, they've toyed with some alternatives. It was they rolled it out in the preseason as kind of a temporary measure to see how it would work. There's been some scuttlebutt that the lasers may become full-time next year.
Sure.
But
It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Part of the chains is just like, I don't know, you hold your breath as the refs get it all situated.
oh, it's like a half football short. So it's going to be, hey, Blakeman is not that far. Your arms are farther than the actual distance. 4th and a couple inches. Andrew. Hello, Andrew.
Do you think that Dez caught it against the Packers?
Per the rules? No. Now, do I love the catch rules? Did I love the catch rules at the time? No, not really. But per the rules at the time, that was not a catch. That's why I'm mad on that, Andrew. All right, 4th and a few inches. We all just chilling, just taking our time. Love's not even talking. Like, the huddle's really just chilling as I think the refs are just getting in their final adjustments here.
Yeah, because the clock is not going at all in any way, even the play clock.
Yeah, so just some ref adjustments. All right, here we go. 4th and inches. It's not 4th and 1. Love in shotgun. Tucker Kraft. It's a Tucker Kraft sneak. That's a tough mother. Tucker getting that first down. The snap was directly to Tucker Kraft, who came running in at the last second, went under the center. He takes the snap and then just pushes his way forward. Especially with Love having a groin injury, I'm just fine with Yak and Cheese doing the Love shove instead of Love himself. That works out just fine. Kraft mac and cheese sneak, says Big Al. Man, a nice Kraft. Mm-hmm.
I love
First
Tucker.
down. First down. The crazy thing is, like, his development.
Love is under center.
We're going.
We are going, maybe.
We're going. Ben Sims and Tucker Kraft both on the field, along with 2 wide receivers and Josh Jacobs. And now the Lions are just pointing all over the place. And then we got a flag. What's that for? That's going to be a false start on Green Bay. So make it 1st and 15 now.
Josh Jacobs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is raining there in Green Bay. You can see it on some replays. I
know.
Yeah, running backs
Sometimes
can't
it's
flinch.
Sometimes it really is just like, what if that's just him settling?
Well, so basically the rule is that, like, once you're set, you are set.
Yeah.
And then you can't flinch. So that costs him 5 yards. All right, 1st and 15. Love in shotgun. He's got 2 people with him, Brooks and Jacobs in the backfield, and that is it's either deflected or dropped. Regardless, that's an incompletion to Romeo on the slant. And that's going to set up 2nd and 15. Let's see if the corner got a hand in there. Well, the corner tugged on the jersey, but that's still a drop. That is a straight up
should have been
drop.
a catch.
Yeah, drop for Romeo. That's going to make it 2nd and 15 now. All right, here we go. Tucker Kraft in motion. And we got Elton Jenkins making adjustments at the line, of course, filling in at center today. Jordan Love dropping back. He's looking over the middle. He throws to the right sideline, and he's got that to Christian Watson. Looked like Watson was almost moving in slow motion at the end. Bo Melton was out there on the field to celebrate with him. I mean, it's like the ball just floated into Watson, and Watson kind of just camped out, just taller than everybody. And it just, that works out just fine. Yeah, kind of a back curl to the sideline there.
All you had to do was turn and...
Telling you, pick on those one-on-one matchups.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got David saying the lasers are delayed until next year because they couldn't purchase satellite
Time
time
for
for
the
the playoffs.
playoffs. Hey, stuff's busy up there, man. All right, Jordan
Taking
Love.
the snap,
Handing it off to Josh Jacobs. Jacobs, runs into a wall over on the right side of the line. I did think it's interesting. So I mentioned how Elton Jenkins filling in at center today for Josh Myers. But I thought what they would do is kick Ryan over to left guard and then have Jordan Morgan in at right, since that's where the rookie has spent most of his time. In actuality, though, it appears what they're rolling out with is Morgan at left guard, keeping Sean Ryan at right guard as the shuffling of the day. We'll see if that remains throughout the entire game, but that's the plan as of at least drive 1. So Jordan Love and shotgun. They are on the 28-yard line. Jaden Reed in motion behind Love now, but it's all a carry to Josh Jacobs, who's got a lane. He runs up the middle and then slips and slides past the first down marker. Going to be interesting to see where they mark it officially.
Jacobs again thinks that he is the first down. We'll see if that plays out.
that is his job. Stand up and influence however you can.
Have the confidence.
Yeah. Oh, nice movement there from Rasheed Walker and Jordan Morgan to open up that gap for Jacobs. Like that a lot. 8:55.
Says 1st and 10.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Cam Kettle saying, can't see the screen. It's like raining or soup. Also, what the heck was the Nixon flag about?
I honestly don't know what the Nixon flag was about, but it was a 15-yarder, so some kind of personal foul.
Jacobs taking the ball. Looks like he got clotheslined right as he crossed over the line of scrimmage. Gain of probably nothing.
Give him 1. 2nd down now.
Probably nothing. Cam goes, hey, I guess when you can pick up... Oh, he did get 1.
Aha!
Oh, look at you. Hey, I guess when you can pick up 20, you just do that.
I mean, yeah, right? Is it simple pitch and catch completions to Watson? Why not?
Steven's saying, come on outside and play, boys.
Right? Detroit's first game outside all year, and it just happens to be rain in Lambeau. That's a thing of beauty right there. Chris Brooks, the running back in. I'm telling you, Brooks has replaced Emmanuel Wilson for RB2. And that is a carry for Chris Brooks, who then trudges up the field. Gain of about 4. Should sets up 3rd and intermediate as the Packers are inching their way closer to the end zone now.
Cam Kibbles, Morgan at left guard is what I figured. They definitely seem to be thinking he's a left tackle of the future.
I very much agree with that. My thinking for keeping him at right was, he did cross-train a bit in camp, but like for the most part, ever since he came back, he's been right guard and right guard only, just rotating in with Ryan. I thought that they would rely on Ryan having played a little bit of left guard in regular season games, was going to lead him on that path, but I get it.
Back to the left.
And that is, again, Chris Brooks, the running back in the backfield.
Blitz
from Detroit. Oh, and it's a drop for Chris Brooks.
Well,
so it was, blitz coming in from the right. Jaden Reed is pleading for a penalty, and the refs aren't listening. And that sets up 4th and 6. So now a field goal attempt for Brandon McManus. And the rain is beginning to come in sideways.
Down.
I mean, Love dropping back. Obvious pressure.
That is really unfortunate.
And the throw was, you could argue it was a little bit behind Chris Brooks, but that's got to be a catch, man. It's on his hands.
The palm of your hand, it should be in.
Without a defender being on top of you,
yes.
That's got to be a catch. And Brooks just did not haul that in. So 4th and 6 for Green Bay. 30-yard attempt for McManus. It's up. You didn't cover your eyes.
And
that makes it 3-0 for the Green Bay
Packers.
Packers.
Have I been covering my eyes for McManus too?
You did last week, I believe. So I'm just saying, if it all goes downhill, we know who to blame.
He made it. He did it.
We'll just see for the next one.
We got Commando saying running in middle where it will be for sure with this grass.
Yeah. Plus, given their other difficulties in the last few weeks with running outside compared to up the middle, I do like up the middle better in this game. It was super interesting looking back over Detroit's past games this year and trying to figure out where have teams had success in running against Detroit. And especially in the last 2 games where Detroit's given up more run games and more run yards than they had at any other point in the year. Aaron Jones doing it to the outside. Okay, but then Tony Pollard got all of his yards up the middle. So there was kind of no consistent theme in terms of being successful running up this alley against Detroit or outside or whatever else. So, I mean, like, no real consistent pattern there. But given the state of the offensive line, given Elton Jenkins at center, yeah, I think they might be able to cook up the middle a little bit.
We got Big Papa Penguin saying drops have been a consistent issue all year long. Still needs to get cleared up. It's been a bit of everyone.
Yeah,
I think
yeah, it
that's
really
fair,
has.
too.
I mean, it hasn't even just been the wide receivers either. I mean, like Tucker Kraft hasn't been bad with it, but Sims, I believe, has had a couple. Josh Jacobs has had a couple. Chris Brooks, you can now add onto the pile. So it has been kind of this rampant issue. Now, I would expect it today in the rain. Probably going to be a little bit like
Yes.
worse than general. But still, both teams are playing in it, so can't be that much of an excuse.
Kevin Keppel saying something Robert Saleh, drag them into the deep water and see if they can swim.
Well, this version can, hopefully.
We got Big Al saying the run game is working so far. Let's keep the ball away from Detroit.
I like that. I like that.
Steve saying Claudia's arms are jacked up like Eric Wilson's arms. If Eric Wilson has the same size arms as I do, I am shocked he is in the NFL.
Way to say it, yeah.
Steven,
Ooh, look at that on the
that's a lot
telecast.
of
It is raining now at Lambeau.
Steven
Dang.
saying, honest, ask your mom. It's like taking a shower. Okay, you can dry yourself later.
And just put extra stickum on the gloves,
Yes.
right? All right, we are back. Telecast is back for the game now. So that is McManus getting ready to boot this thing away for the kickoff, and that floats into the end zone, caught about 7 yards deep in the end zone, and Detroit just opts to take a knee.
And as Steve says, now I want to see this defense get to Goff and make some turnovers.
Yeah, it's time for them to go off on Goff. And especially in the rain, like Jared Goff does not have a lot of history in the rain. Detroit rarely plays outside the way it is. I think they only have 3 true outdoor games this year, the entire year, and this is one of them. And the last time he's played in rain, I didn't vet this, but I did see it kind of floating around. I think the last time he played in actual rain was 2021. Like, it's been years since the dude's gotten waterlogged playing, so we'll see how he does today.
And what a game. Hand off to number 5, who...
Yeah. That's David Montgomery, who pushes his way forward for a gain of about 8 yards. Oh, we got some chippiness. We got Amon-Ra St. Brown, who can't spell, arguing with Keyshawn Nixon following the play. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he arrived to Lambeau with this custom sweatshirt that says Green Bay sucks, except Green Bay was all one word. Green Bay's not one word.
For a man with so many letters in his name, you'd think he could spell.
He does not.
2nd and 2 for the Lions.
Jared Goff under center. Montgomery, again, the running back in the backfield. He dances his way out of the backfield, turns it into a gain of about 5. So first down for Detroit on the ground. And that's the big thing when talking about Jared Goff playing in the rain and everything. Okay, so what? They're just going to run it 40 times? That works out just fine for Detroit. With David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, they are one of the best 1-2 punches in the NFL, and it's not even particularly close. So I do think that that's got to be at least into the considerations here as we get rolling. Detroit wouldn't mind having to run every play. So now Jared Goff under center here for 1st and 10. It's play action. He's rolling out, and that is a quick pass to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who bobbles it, but then he's eventually hit by Eric Stokes, and forward progress has ceased. Should be only ultimately about a 2-yard gain for Detroit, bringing on 2nd down.
Kevin Keppel saying we were going to beat the absolute shite out of the Bears, it seems.
That's the hope. That's the hope. I mean, they are still 4th place in the division for a reason.
Kevin Keppel's Nixon and Stokes outside to start.
Yeah, little surprising on that one, figuring that they would just put Nixon back in the slot, but they seem to truly be enamored with the job Keyshawn Nixon is
2nd
doing
and
on
9.
the outside.
Goff takes the snap, hands it off again.
To Montgomery, who dances his way through. Eventually, Xavier McKinney and Keyshawn Nixon bring him down, but that's after the first down marker for Montgomery. Some very nice, jukes from Montgomery there to dispose of Quay Walker, dispose of... I couldn't tell who that second would-be tackler was. 1st and 10 now for Detroit. Jared Goff in shotgun now for this one. They have broken onto the Green Bay side of the field. Quick completion there. Again to Amon-Ra St. Brown, but Quay Walker making the tackle. Gain of only a couple on the completion.
Steven Smith saying take the gloves off and just play.
Or stick 'em.
Especially to the wide
Stick 'em.
receivers on the Lions. Just take your gloves off.
This is
Sure,
fine.
you know, just play.
Got to.
Kevin
There you go,
Kibble saying
son.
St. Brown is still so mad Green Bay didn't draft him. I'll think that until I die, okay?
I'm inclined to agree with you, even based on his own comments in his podcast. Yes, man's upset. Still upset. 2nd and 5 now. Green Bay shifting a whole bunch at the line. But Goff takes a snap, drops back. He's thrown over the middle. That's deep ball. That's complete. Eric Stokes in coverage, and it was good coverage. But ultimately, the tight end, Sam Laporta, is open enough and hauls in that pass. Big gain for Detroit right down the middle of the field. And I mean, yeah, Stokes was there, maybe a half step behind. But ultimately, Laporta's just really freaking big. And that is a completion to Laporta.
And Stokes is really not.
No, that's not a matchup I love.
No.
All right, Goff under center now takes a snap, and that's a handoff again to David Montgomery.
That's
Carl Brooks
slipping.
gets into the backfield, but he kind of slips. And then Montgomery ultimately shoved out of bounds up the right boundary by Keyshawn Nixon. Gain of 4, maybe 5 on the carry for Montgomery.
Anthony saying, what up, fam? Go Pack, go.
What's up, Anthony? Good to see you here. Go Pack, go.
Kevin Kibbles, are we allowed to only have the Lions play on a wet field? Vikings fans insist that's a thing we do.
Yeah, I mean, the grounds crew out there just spraying a hose only on the Detroit side before, all the crap that Minnesota's alleged for forever, when Minnesota could just wear proper footwear and be better. But, it's our fault. 2nd and 6 now for Detroit. Not upset about that for years or anything.
Got a lot of communication.
Play action to Montgomery, but then it's eventually a dump off to the tight end. Keyshawn Nixon with the tackle. That's not Laporta who made the catch. That would be one of their depth tight ends. That is Wright making the catch there. Sits up 3rd and intermediate for Detroit.
It's Nixon with like a Donkey Kong barrel roll.
Tuck
your body at the knees.
I mean, Keyshawn Nixon against a tight end? Yeah, he a little compared to that tight end. 3rd and 5 now for Detroit.
Kevin Kebble's also saying Sam could be an issue again. His skill and size can definitely be a factor in these conditions.
For sure, especially with Jamison Williams out. That's some targets that are open. Granted, very, very different types of humans, but still. Jared Goff in shotgun now, and it's a handoff to Montgomery, who runs right up the lane before he's eventually dragged down by Edgerrin Cooper. That's an 8-yard gain on 3rd and 5, otherwise known as a first down for the Detroit Lions. They're now inside the 10. And that's the thing. I mean, they eventually are going to have to shut down this run game, but holy goodness, did he have a parting of the Red Seas on that one. All he had to do was just run straight up the lane, and Green Bay couldn't do anything about it.
Give credit where credit is due. I didn't see who that was, but whoever wrapped up Montgomery did a heck of a job tackling.
It was Cooper. Detroit now with the ball on the 8.5. Goff under center takes a snap, hands it off to Montgomery again.
Nice.
This time, though, they clog up that lane, and that was Quay Walker making the initial contact. The tackle eventually finished by Javon Bullard and like 6 other dudes, and that ceases the play. Gain of maybe 1 for Montgomery, sets up 2nd and goal.
Steven Smith saying, put the shoulder right where it hurts, boys.
Yeah, we're not quite yet where like it's cold enough where every little bit of contact hurts, but there's no denying that dudes are still going to be uncomfortable in this game. Look at Jordan. Jordan's a great example. Dude looks uncomfortable. 2nd and goal. Goff in shotgun, Montgomery next to him. And it's another handoff for David Montgomery. Green Bay tries to clog the lane, and they do. Again, maybe a gain of only 1. Kingsley Enagbare, Luke Van Ness, and Eric Wilson, the first one with the tackle there.
Little update here. Kevin Kebbell saying Stokes inside and Valentine on the field now.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, one player I've always wanted to see experimented with at the slot is Carrington Valentine. I just feel like he's a more natural fit there than Stokes, and they just don't seem to want to do it.
Chatting going on for Detroit.
3rd and goal at the 7 now for Detroit,
and
it's another handoff for Montgomery. Bring him down. There we go. And they stop David Montgomery at about the 5. Edgerrin Cooper. Who else is in there? Whole bunch of people, but Edgerrin Cooper was there. Bullard was there. Kingsley Enagbare was there. All clogging the lane for David Montgomery. Once the field got condensed, Detroit could not run. 3 absolute run stuffs for Green Bay. Sets up now a 4th down within the 10 for Detroit. And that is the end of the first quarter. This game's going by in a blink. 3-0 Green Bay. Man, there have been some games this year where the first quarter is like a drag, and maybe it's because you're not here and I'm lonely, but it's like this big drag, and this one just we're whipping right on by. It's nice.
Yeah, I mean it's only 10-4.
Yeah, we're just moving at a clip.
Right?
All right, so and a very very heavy running game is going to assist with that.
Yes,
Like
that's true.
A lot of clock winding down. So. All right. See, that first quarter's fast.
Yes,
I agree. So anyway, I want to hit this a little bit more. So Stokes, if we were talking rookie year Stokes, who was known for not allowing separation, anything like that, then it's at least intriguing. But also, Eric Stokes is the type of athlete who generally has more long form speed than quick twitch. Generally in the slot, you want more of your quick twitch type guys. So Stokes and his play style just doesn't scream to me slot. Valentine is at least similar in that he's a man coverage corner, but Valentine is much more a press man corner than Eric Stokes. Valentine, I would be inclined to believe, has more quick twitch than Stokes. So it's just always been one that I've very curious of. If you can't find a place for Valentine, then start cross-training him at slot. It just seems curious to do it with Stokes and not Valentine, given what their strengths seem to be. So we'll see how it progresses. They have this wasn't the first time that Stokes has slid into the slot this year. They've done it at other times. No, we'll see if they change it up some more.
Kevin Kettle saying before commercial break, lines looked like they wanted to go on 4th down. Now kicker is warming up.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing, and maybe they were just waiting on the call or whatever, but I'm not sure why, if you're Detroit, you would go for it on 4th there from the 5. I mean, I would have every reason to expect that you at least would have a moderate chance of success, especially after running 3 straight plays, but it's the first. It's also Dan Campbell. Who knows what the hell he's thinking?
That's true.
Click that one out.
Big Al saying we need a rookie Stokes for this game.
It would be nice. It would be very, very nice.
Also saying, and I'm surprised Kalen King is not active.
Well, I'm really not. So the inactive was Jair, who's exclusively like a boundary corner, right? And Kalen King, he's slot. The Packers have never done anything with him beyond slot, at least in training camp.
And they're
going for it. Dan Campbell going to Campbell. And so Jared Goff in its shotgun, 4th and goal from the 5.5. Jared Goff now stepping up to the line, making a bunch of adjustments. David Montgomery switching to the other side. Jared Goff in shotgun. Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion. We got pushing and shoving all over the place. And it looks like they might have gotten Green Bay to jump, but the refs are going to talk here. Oh, that would be such a dumb jump. And LaFleur looks none too pleased.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's on Green Bay.
Offsides. Come on. So now it's going to be, and that's Carl Brooks. Oh, because of the center. Or that's the right guard. The right guard snapped up. He did that typical. I remember Josh Myers got flagged for that last year, where Josh Myers snapped his head up too quickly. It's essentially what the right guard just did for Detroit, and Carl Brooks decided to push him over when he did it. And so now we've got 4th and goal at about the 2.5 as it's half the distance to the goal. Detroit still going for it. Goff dropping back. He's throwing to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Keyshawn Nixon in coverage. Brown gets both feet in. That's a touchdown for Detroit. Yeah, I mean, he did it. Like, he got both feet in. Keyshawn just wasn't able to shove him out successfully enough. So, touchdown Detroit. And just to watch it again, I mean, they were man coverage. Keyshawn was following Amon-Ra St. Brown through the motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got both feet in. Yeah. All right. Okay, well, that's fun. And so now extra point being kicked by Detroit. And that, of course, means we need a banner change as Detroit takes the lead. Kick up, kick good, 7-3, Detroit.
Yippee-ki-yay.
The Detroit Lions are now in the lead. Let's see what we got here. Bam.
Kevin Kettles, okay, but these uniforms to me are still so good. I'm iffy on the helmets, but the unis are good. I love them.
I don't know how they could have changed the helmet. See, like I don't know if the classic helmet with the G on it would have worked better. I don't know. I don't love the plain gold helmet, but I also don't have any idea as to what they could have done differently to make it better. So I'll reserve judgment until I come up with a better idea.
Cam Campbell saying, TV saying they have never seen a route like that. My guy, that is the most basic motion there is.
Well, I'm assuming, granted we can't hear it, but I'm assuming they meant like the stutter near the goal line from Amon-Ra St. Brown. But the thing was, like looking at that play, and it would be interesting to see defensively, like there was nothing really inventive about it. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion from bottom of screen to top of screen, right side of the line to the left. And then the ball is snapped. He basically runs a stutter near the goal line. Keyshawn Nixon's trying to keep up. Goff was looking at St. Brown basically the entire time. It was crystal clear where they were going with that ball. And then Keyshawn Nixon just couldn't alter the route enough to get Brown closer to the boundary. And then it was a simple pitch and catch. So, like...
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't revolutionary.
No, it really wasn't. It was just a well-executed play that Green Bay didn't do anything better than them on, and so the result was a touchdown. I don't know what's so inventive about that, but Tom Brady's on the call, so. Granted, I haven't heard much Tom Brady this year because we do this, but I haven't heard great things. Big Al!
Jeez, we got to get more physical than the Lions.
Yeah, we do. It's really disheartening. Now, I will say inside the 10, they were able to stop those 3 runs of Montgomery in a row. That was really good work. It was a little unnerving how easily they got to inside the 10, though, by just basically running again and again and again, and then having one large completion to Laporta where Stokes is on Laporta, and that's such a size disadvantage. Like, if Stokes doesn't break up that pass, of course Laporta is going to outmuscle him. So I think in that way, good goal line stand. Ultimately, even though they gave up the touchdown, they still did stand up until that 4th down. It was the rest of the drive that was like ruh-roh. So, yeah, now we're chatting about...
they're going over the...
Yeah, and how that head snap shouldn't be allowed since Josh Myers has flagged for it last year, but we're just not going to call it this year because the refs are angsty because they're in the rain too, I guess. All right, kickoff coming for Detroit. 14:56 to go in the half. Keyshawn Nixon back there to return the kick. Gotta say, going from corner to going from corner who gives up the touchdown to being the kick returner, you better have a short memory. And he actually gets a return opportunity. This one does not work out well for Green Bay, though, as he runs into a couple of his own blockers. Ultimately, though, downed at the 24. So ultimately, a net of a few yard loss from if it would have been a touchback. Wind gusts up to 43 miles an hour at Lambeau Field right now per the telecast. 15 mile an hour wind all the time.
Yeah, that
49 degrees.
In at quite an angle.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be comfy. I do like the gold helmets as they're wet and they get that extra little glimmer on them. That looks kind of nice. All right, Jordan Love in the pistol formation, 1st and 10 now. They've got the ball on the 24 officially. Jordan Love handing it off to Josh Jacobs, who runs up the middle. He's got himself some big yardage up the middle. Josh Jacobs trucking his way into Detroit territory. Doesn't even have to break that many tackles, but he gets all the way to the Detroit 40. That was a great run for Josh Jacobs. He read the hole. He ran through the hole. And like I said, didn't even have to break tackle after tackle. He just trucked his way right on through.
Gorgeous blocking.
Yes, Ben Sims with a great block. Who else was there? Tucker Kraft leading the way. Look at those tight ends go. Dontavian Wicks got himself a nice shove in there, opening up a nice hole for Josh Jacobs. Green Bay now with the ball all the way at the Detroit 39. Swing that momentum right back.
Love under center.
Tucker Kraft in motion. Love takes a snap and he drops back. And it's another carry for Josh Jacobs, who runs forward and pushes, gaining about 3 as that play was pretty close to rugby-ish as you get. Gain of 3. All right. What do we got to say? Captain Kebbles.
Talking about TV, the other team, and trying to hate on Green Bay? No, a shocker, I tell you. And the TV is now trying to say that the center can always do the head snap thing, when yes, I did look it up. Same thing is definitely a false start last year. Just gonna mute the telecast now. Yeah.
Learn the rules or don't speak. All right, Jordan Love in shotgun. Jordan Love takes it, hands it off to that, I believe, is Emmanuel Wilson in for his first carry of the game. Looks to be about a run of about 4. I mean, how can you say that that's always been the rules when, like,
It hasn't been.
Josh Myers got flagged for it
Easily provable.
literally last year? Yeah. But, of course, I will say Tom Brady is not allowed to criticize the refs in any way, shape, or form, since he's also a minority owner of the Raiders and still doing his Fox gig, and somehow that's not a conflict. Or it is a conflict, but they gave him a bunch of rules that he can't do. Hogwash, I say. You got enough money. Stop calling games. All right, Jordan Love in shotgun, 3rd and 3.
Jaden Reed in motion.
And it's a handoff. Oh, no. It was play action, but now it's flagged. So the play is actually not happening. What is happening, though, we don't know. And that's a false start in Green Bay.
Come on.
Back it up. Makes it 3rd and 8.
Sean Ryan, false start.
And even LaFleur looks a little concerned. Oh, yeah. Sean just got started about a half second early. And it was this weird punch he was ready to do there. 3rd and 8 now for Green Bay. Oh, and they are running up to the line. 4 penalties, 27 yards thus far for Green Bay. Not a single penalty called on Detroit yet. But now it's 3rd and 8 from the 37. Under 5 to go on the play clock. Love in shotgun takes a snap, and he's dropping back. He's looking over the middle. We're throwing deep. And there is a whole bunch of contact there between the corner and Watson. Ultimately, though, looked like Watson and Love weren't completely on the same page about where that ball should go, and that is a deep incompletion. Amik Robertson, the Detroit nickel corner, the one predominantly in coverage there on Watson. Also should be noted, too, that was basically double coverage that Love was throwing into on that ball. Just trying to get to Watson, but nada. 4th and 8 now for Green Bay. And yeah, they're going to go for it.
All right.
They're going for it. And from the 37, it's either like a 54-yard field goal or you're punting here for field position. So I like the decision to go in this area of the field in the rain. Under 5 to go on the play clock. Josh Jacobs motioning out, but we got...
That's false start. Or a timeout.
And we got a flag. The offensive line...
A delay of game.
The offensive line was pointing at the D-line. And, yeah, okay. My guess here... I don't know as if that was intentional to take the delay of game. Like, were they just trying to get Detroit to hop off sides? In which case, give them, a better field goal chance? Quite possibly. All right, Dan Whelan, the Irishman, the all-world punt. Commando G-Man saying, do we do the most fake go for it? I think they got you figured out, Coach. And it was better under Rodgers than it was under... Love. And that's down by Mo Melton at the 7. Woo! Nice punt by Dan Whelan as that bounces. Mo Melton covers, and Detroit going to take over with some not so great field position inside their own 10.
Kevin Kebbles, we should have our tight end coach teach our linemen how to run block.
Yeah. I mean, do you keep that same energy when Luke Musgrave comes back though, or is it just the people they got? It's something to ponder, Captain Kebbles.
You're free saying, like I said last week, have to run the ball.
I mean, you're dead on, Gary. No doubt about it.
The rain sure doesn't help.
Yeah.
Captain Kebbles, last year the same guy said it always will be a false start. It was not Brady, it was the other guy. Captain Kebbles also saying it's kind of funny you can tell if the flag is on the offense when the quarterback always just slow walks away from the line.
Right, especially because sometimes, especially Rodgers used to do it. Rodgers just had this kind of aura of like when he's walking away, just being like, yeah, that was the plan. Like he just so nonchalant, like, yeah, all right, they got us. Okay, I'm leaving.
Commander G-Man saying it. Oh, you already did that one, sorry. Big Al, penalties is not looking good so far.
No, Green Bay, I think now up to 5 for 32 would be the math on that. And Detroit at 0 for 0. Not good. And Detroit and Green Bay coming into this game, like Detroit and Green Bay are relatively close now in penalties called on them per game. Having 5 penalties in the first couple minutes of the second, not ideal. And so, like, Green Bay is going to have to clean some things up. That, I don't know. I get why Carl Brooks jumped for sure. And if you want to call that absolute nonsense by the refs, okay, I get it. But that was not a good penalty to give Detroit a free 5 yards there.
Dollar Hyde saying turnover time.
Turnover time. I love it.
Cam Campbell saying one, Ben Sims, who was a pass catcher type, can now be good at it, and Tucker at first sucked at run blocking. So yeah, I trust the coach. Musgrave is good Musgrave, I guess.
All right, that's fair. I mean, but looking back collegiately though, like Tucker Kraft, I think last year his struggles were more like where do I go type problems as opposed to I don't know how to hit somebody type problems.
Just a little baby.
And I mean, Sims at least has been more of a run blocker than Musgrave. Like Musgrave's just a really big wide receiver, really, and they do got to keep on working with Musgrave. But we'll see. I mean, he's due back. I think this is. May have to look it up, but I think this is the 4th game missed for Musgrave, so he would be eligible to come back starting after the bye. We'll have to see if he's ready by then. Granted, we have no idea, but I think it's that time is coming to get another weapon.
McKnight saying, in your opinion, how well is Love moving?
Well, they don't seem terrified of doing like pistol type stuff. Haven't seen him go under center a lot, but I haven't seen any hiccups in the giddy up in terms of he's been rolling around with play action as of yet. So, but good thing to keep an eye on, Mick. Thank you. All right, Jared Goff now taking the snap, and it's play action. He dumps that off to Jahmyr Gibbs. Quay Walker chasing, but that's still ultimately a 12-yard gain for Gibbs on the completion. Pretty simple play action play there for Detroit. Nets them a first down. Oh, boy. And Kevin Kebbell saying.
Valentine is in for Stokes this drive to start.
All right, I can get with that. Yeah, I mean, Jeff Hafley did say that we're going to start seeing Carrington Valentine more starting this week. So only way to go is up considering how they've used them the last couple of weeks. 1st and 10 now. Goff under center. Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion. Goff takes a snap, hands it off to Jahmyr Gibbs. Gibbs takes some contact. Ultimately, though, gains 4. TJ Slayton, Devontae Wyatt, really the ones that initiated contact there. 2nd down for Detroit.
As long as we can keep stopping the run.
Yeah. Goff, 6 of 6 for 40 yards and a touchdown this far. 11:10 to go now. Detroit, in terms of where they are on the field, they are on the 24-yard line. 43 rushing yards for Detroit compared to 85 for Green Bay. Goff now in shotgun. Takes a snap, and it's another handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs, but he is shut down. Isaiah McDuffie and Rashawn Gary there to bring down the Detroit running back. Gain of only 1 on the ground. That sets up 3rd down for Detroit. 3rd and 4 officially. We will take that. We will absolutely take that. Clog up those lanes.
Yes.
All right, Jared Goff now getting ready. And he's in shotgun. He's got trip receivers off to the right, single receiver off to the left, running back in the backfield with him. Amon-Ra St. Brown in motion again. Goff dropping back. There's pressure. Yes, and Goff goes down. Sack. Rashawn Gary, I believe, was the first Packer there. Eventually, Kenny Clark was there for some scraps, as was Aaron Mosby, actually active in the pass rush. Mosby bringing some pass rush juice, and it was Mosby who made first contact on Goff. Rashawn Gary, the finisher there. Love to see that. Aaron Mosby getting himself some time.
Kevin Kittle says, Scary Gary.
In time for Halloween. How fitting. But what a sack there for Green Bay. Jaden Reed back to return this punt now when Detroit decides that they want to play. 4th and 11. They are going to be punting from the 18-yard line. And here comes the kick. It's up. It's up. Holy buckets. That is floating. Jaden Reed catches it all the way back at the Green Bay 28 and then dances his way to about a 5-yard return. There is a flag on the return.
Please let it be on the Lions. I'm so sick of it.
Big Al, you did. Yes, you did. And I know it's been talked about in other watch parties, and I pushed back a little saying, like, if Mosby were doing great, he'd be on the field. Well, hey, he's on the field. And as people have said for weeks, like, maybe Mosby is the pass rush juice you need. He is a different type of edge rusher than literally anyone else on the roster. He's quicker and smaller. Green Bay just doesn't like to play those kinds of guys. So maybe Mosby's it.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, and so that's a holding penalty on Kamal Hadden, another special teams penalty on Green Bay. And it is, frankly, a little hard to argue with that penalty as Hadden pulled the would-be tackler to the ground. Hadden, of course, the practice squad elevation for Green Bay. Now, I did see some questions online as to why not Kalen King, right? And I know it got talked about earlier. Kalen King has been used exclusively, or darn near exclusively, in the slot during training camp, and I gotta believe still to this day. It seems like the Packers view him as a slot. Well, with Jair out, they're going to elevate a boundary corner. Thus, Kamal Hadden. Also, I saw some questioning online as to why not Robert Rochelle. He's been elevated all these other times for boundary corner injuries, and he's renowned as a good special teamer. Why not elevate Rochelle? Because Rochelle has already been elevated 3 times, meaning he's at the rule limit. If Robert Rochelle is going to play for the Packers again this year, he needs to be added to the 53. Now, he is on the practice squad still. But, they have not reset it. If he's going to play again this year, he's going to have to get added to the 53. Someone's going to have to go on IR. They're going to have to cut someone, etc. So they opted to elevate Kamal Hadden today. So there's your explanation for that.
Big Al saying LaFleur is pissed with the flags, as he should be.
Yeah.
We have so many flags, and the Lions have none.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And it's another special teams flag, too. That has been
between special
thing for years.
And false starts or
offsides.
Right, offsides. Yeah. It's too much.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Kevin Kibbles.
Kevin Kibbles saying brought up for game day, commits special teams penalty, clockwork.
Yep. I think the only one that really hasn't done that much has been Sean Clifford. And if he ever gets a special teams penalty, there's a lot more we got to talk about.
Big Papa Penguin saying need a big drive here.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. Time to answer back. I mean, look, they're down. Ultimately, they're down 7-3. Now they just got a big defensive stop. This is the time to really answer back, prove that you belong in this game. And a big drive says all that for sure.
Big Al asking, is Brenton Cox with the Packers? Just wondering.
He's on their, he is on their 53, but he's been game day inactive. Don't quote me on this, but I believe every game this year. He is their 6th edge rusher, 6th defensive end, and they make that clear. I believe he's been inactive every single game this year, but he is on the 53, yes. All right, Jordan Love in shotgun. That's a play action, and he throws over the middle. That's complete to Tucker Kraft, who then absorbs 4 Lions before going down for a gain of about 5, setting up second and intermediate. Just over 9 minutes to go in the half. And that was one of those, just pitch it to your tight end right over the middle and just kind of let him get clobbered. And he did. But nonetheless, nice gain there. Officially of 6 for Green Bay, setting up second and 4. My,
5 touchdowns this season for Tucker Kraft.
Yeah, what a revelation Tuck has been. All right, now for second and 4, Jordan Love in shotgun for this play. Looks like Josh Jacobs, the running back, with him. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Jaden Reed in motion and motioning right back out then to the right side. Love now throwing to Josh Jacobs, hitting his check down. Jacobs following some blocks from Reed. And
nice
Josh
blocking.
Jacobs gets himself a nice gain. That is a first down for the Green Bay Packers. To matriculate the ball down the field. First down, Green Bay. See, just don't abandon the run. At least keep it. Just keep it going at least a little with the run game, right? All right, Jordan Love now. Pistol formation again. Mick, you might have been onto a little something. He's not going under center very much. Got to say that at least.
Kibbles, Tuck gives no. Never mind.
Tough mother Tugger might be as vulgar as we get with that one. All right, Josh Jacobs with a carry, and he's dancing. He's breaking a tackle, and that winds up being a gain of about 8 yards up the middle for Josh Jacobs. They didn't forget.
Yes, they heard you.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs jukes his way to an 8-yard gain. I mean, I said it on Friday. It's around Halloween. Just be like the final girl in a horror movie. Don't think, just run. You run. Matt, just run.
Don't look back.
You run.
Hesitating. Just run.
Second and 2, 7:24 to go in the half. Jordan Love again in kind of this pistol formation. Jaden Reed motioning out. And it's a handoff to Jacobs, who finds his seam.
And
he gets a nice gain of about 6 on the ground as they are getting very, very close to midfield. Now at their own 48-yard line. And again, that time just tick, 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 tick. And this is not going to be a game where they set record for amount of plays by each team. That's for sure. This is going to be a both teams grinding it out type event. As the equipment guy is just wiping off Jacob's arms, which are soaked.
There's like 3 of them, and they're all just.
All right, Jordan Love in shotgun now. Trips receivers off to the right. He's got a running back with him in the form of Chris Brooks. Goodness, wideouts. It was basically an attempted bubble screen to Jaden Reed, but that is completely broken up by Carlton Davis, who looked like he didn't even get blocked.
Yeah, that was almost interception territory.
I mean, everything about those bubble screens relies on those 2 wide receivers making sure that they hit their targets so that the third wide receiver has a lane to go in.
Yeah.
But Dobbs just didn't get to Carlton Davis, and he was able to kind of penetrate the wall that's supposed to be around Reed. Darn near picked off, but pass broken up. That was dangerous and poor blocking there by Romeo Dobbs. 2nd and 10 for Green Bay. Love now under center. Takes a snap. It's play action. He's drawn back. He throws to his check down, Chris Brooks, and that's complete for a few-yard gain, but we got a flag.
Better be on Detroit. Please.
Good Lord. Hold on, Green Bay.
Kidding me? Good Lord.
On the rookie, Jordan Morgan. Also, he's not a tackle. Fox, fix your stuff. He's a guard. Oh. So he grabs McNeil's shoulder pad and kind of tries to turn him. Seemingly a little bit of weak sauce on that one, but holding on the first-round rookie. 7 penalties. 7 penalties for 52 yards. If one Detroit person out there says that the Packers are getting all the call, Jordan Love now empty set for 2nd and 20. He takes a snap. He's dropping back. He's looking. He is searching. And he throws kind of to the left. Throws to the left sideline. Oh, there we got a flag.
Come on.
And Bo is down.
For the love of God, let Bo be okay because I love him. Oh, he's up. Okay.
And he's up. All right.
Please.
Yeah, gotta believe. So Detroit, and that's a head hit from Detroit. That is absolutely going to give Green Bay an automatic first down. I mean, Love had time on this throw. Excellent protection overall for Jordan Love. Oh, hey, you let go.
You leave our baby boy alone.
And one of the dirty Detroit pieces of crap decided to bring down Jordan Love and hang on to his foot as Love was going down. All right, time for Dan Campbell to get his kneecaps bitten and maybe
2 flags.
All right, so that one...
Leave Bo and Love alone. They're both ours.
The actual penalty is the helmet-to-helmet hit from Bryant Branch to Bo Melton at the catch point. So that is that's going to give Green Bay a automatic first down. Look, straight up, all the way around, dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty ass play by Detroit. All the way around in several different regards. So it's about time they find themselves on that part of the column for Detroit.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Do the play from the replacements now where you just drop kick them all. Do that. People who know that movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Do that play. All right, 1st and 10 for Green Bay. They are now into Detroit territory. I'm trying to see where the exact marker is. And now Brian Branch is going to the refs going, no! And then the refs are going, shut up.
What do you mean? I didn't do anything. Get ejected. Eject him.
Do it!
Get him out!
And
Get him out of here! Okay, Bo, come on, man.
What are we talking about? That you didn't lead with your head? There it is. Yeah, you can't do that, Brian Branch. That's a shame. You can't do that. Oh, what a shame.
Get out of here.
Can we also eject the dude who hung on to Love's leg way too long?
Right? Kevin Campbell saying, of course a Lions player is the one who tries to use his helmet.
Shocking.
Big Papa Penguin saying, Lions being Lions. Typical.
Man, some of them barely got brains to protect. They can use their head.
saying, that's an ejection in college.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here.
And I mean, okay, but I mean, let's remove everything from it. That is a massive penalty by Detroit. Brian Branch is literally like the top graded safety in the NFL. He's surpassed Evan Williams. Detroit people were pissing and moaning about how Xavier McKinney shouldn't have become the defensive player of the month for October. It should have been Brian Branch because Branch's stats supposedly surpassed McKinney. I just want you to understand how massive of a ejection this is for Detroit's defense. Their secondary now is substantially worse than it is with Branch on the field. So this is a game-altering move here.
Read in a lot of motion.
Love oh, for God's sakes. Packers try to hand it off, but it's a flag. Unreal.
And I believe it's a false start.
False start on Green Bay. God, guys.
What is wrong with you?
You just got handed 30 yards. Don't give him 5 back.
Romeo.
God.
Captain Kebble's saying, Brady says he thinks that the NFL is being soft. My guy, he lowered his helmet when he did not even have the ball. Brady, you should be careful of what you say because remember, you're a minority owner.
Oh, no. Don't take his ownership away from him. Oh, no. All right, 1st and 15 for Green Bay. They're on the 38. Love in shotgun. Josh Jacobs with him. 2 receivers off to the right and a tight end. The receiver off to the left as well. Love now quick throw over to the right. That's the Jaden Reed.
Catches it.
And there we go. I mean, that at least takes up like a good 8 of the 15 yards remaining. So second and at least like reasonable now for Green Bay. 6 minutes to go in the half.
Kim Kettle saying TV is glazing the lines so hard right now, acting like the refs had him killed or something.
Are they gonna?
Well,
did they talk at all about the defensive lineman hanging onto Love's leg as he was going down? Because maybe they should.
But if that was Pat Mahomes, you know that they'd be ejected.
Maybe they should address that. Maybe just a little. Love in shotgun now. Jaden Reed again in shotgun or in motion. 2nd and 6. Jaden Reed on a deep motion. Love dropping back. It's a screen with nowhere to go, and Love eventually just throws it into the dirt, and that's gonna make it 3rd and 6.
There were 2 Lions that were just waiting to just demolish Love.
G-Man, I do want to talk about this. Why does it feel like we're the only team that can't do movement properly? I think part of it is the fact that Green Bay does movement more than darn near anyone else. And that is obviously going to result in more movement style. Even the type of movement that they do is more elaborate than a lot of other teams are willing to do. I think that naturally lends itself to more penalties.
Read again in motion.
But this is too many. All right, Love in shotgun, 3rd and 6, and that's a throw. Tucker!
Tucker! Catch the ball!
There you go, Gary. They tried. They tried to give it to Tucker.
Why can't we catch?
It goes right through his arms. That is just as pure a drop as a drop will exist. It bounces off of his right wrist and onto the ground for an incompletion. Penalties and drops, killing the offense. And now it's going to be a field goal. I mean, that should have been a first down. Tucker had it. All he had to do was turn upfield and it would have been a first. All right, so McManus on. Drop some penalties, y'all. Drop some penalties. All right, so this is a 46-yard attempt by McManus. Snap, kick up, kick. No good. He missed left.
I covered my eyes that time.
Yeah, I know. It's because you didn't on the last one, I guess. And that misses wide left. All right. Well, here's the thing. They can't shoot themselves on the foot more because they've already blown it off with a shotgun. So nothing left to shoot. 7-3 Detroit.
Just awful.
I mean, they get Branch out of the game. They get a free 30 yards on penalties. And then they just piss right down their own leg with a false start. And then that's frustrating. That is frustrating as get out.
Well, and especially with the Lions. You cannot leave without points.
No, the Lions are too good. You can't screw it up. All right, let's see what everybody's saying. Eric's saying run the effing ball. Yeah. Kevin Kebbels, Tucker, baby, you were the chosen one. He still can be when he catches again.
Yeah.
Yeah, WTF, lots of this. Oh, back to kicker stuff. Yeah, missed. Yeah. First miss is a Packer. Yes, indeed, Big Al. Yes, indeed. Gary saying they should have gone for it. I mean, I can get with it, but in the mid-40s when your offense had just crapped itself numerous plays in a row.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Momentum isn't really on your side.
Yeah, and then no points, really. Yeah, after all that, no banner adjustment necessary. Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna F it up, get it out of the way early.
Noller Hyde saying.
This is the bad.
It's always things just go together. Flight risk, what you got?
Bad weather, still upgrade at kicker. That's right. I mean,
Yeah.
You cannot fault McManus.
I mean,
because it's rainy, it's windy.
Yeah, gusts up to 43 miles an hour.
Right.
I mean,
it was a long
his
field goal.
Yeah, it's his first miss.
He has won us the last 2 games. He can.
Yeah,
I won't be mad.
I will say I think the last 2 games have bought McManus at least a couple weeks of security in 1265 Lombardi.
And Big Al, more than anything, penalties is killing us. There's no excuse for a false start after the ejection of Branch. There's no the amount of false starts. We look like we're the youngest team in the NFL.
Yeah.
You look like babies. Come on now.
I mean, and part of what's just so frustrating about it is because the Packers are amongst the league leaders in motion. Yes, I talked about how they do very elaborate motion compared to a lot of teams. Yeah, no, all that is true. They're not this bad every week.
Right.
So,
this is awful.
Yeah. They have got to clean themselves up. But the one thing I will say here, just as a word of optimism, right, is how many more ways can they shoot themselves in the foot? And they're still only down 7-3. So
fair.
we will
That's
rest on the positivity there. All right, 5:23 to go in the half. Jared Goff, play action, and he's throwing. That's a deep attempt, and he's got Amon-Ra St. Brown wide open in a sea of Packers, and that gets them up to about the Green Bay 40. So a very strong play there for Detroit. And this is just zone coverage by Green Bay, and Amon-Ra St. Brown found the exact pocket in the zone that they left open. And so that nets them a large play. He got some good yards after the catch, and that gets Detroit all the way up to about the 40 for Green Bay. The 38 officially. So Green Bay now with 4 guys with their hands in the dirt. Keyshawn Nixon out there in coverage, I do see. Goff dropping back. Goff looking for something, and he goes to his check down, and David Montgomery. And Eric Wilson brings down Montgomery with authority.
Yes.
Nice job, Eric Wilson. Love seeing him still on the field. Gary saying,
I really thought he would make that. Now that he didn't, I wish we would have went for it.
Hindsight 2020 type situation there, Gary.
Can see why the Lions are a great defense with all these zebra players. Sorry.
Yeah, it helps. When you've got 13 and the other team has 11, it helps. All right, Jared Goff under center now, 2nd and 7. And it's play action again. Kenny Clark with the pressure, but it still goes to his drop-off in Montgomery. I do believe that was a screen, actually.
And Montgomery can just...
Yeah, gain of about 5.5 for Detroit there. Sets up 3rd and pretty short for Detroit. Under 4 minutes to go in the half. Jared Goff still 100% completion percentage. 8 of 8. Nope, 9 of 9 now. 75 yards and a touchdown for Goff.
3rd and 1.
Yeah, 3rd and 1. Kevin Keppels, what you got?
How many more ways can they shoot themselves in the foot? My brother, my PTSD of 21 had not faded. I beg you.
This is a new era. We don't talk about that era anymore. Kevin Keppels. All right, 3rd and 1, and it's play action. Detroit opting not to run on 3rd and 1. Instead, they throw it, and that's complete. Keyshawn Nixon in coverage, but that's complete to Allen Robinson for a 1st down. Gain of maybe 3 is what gets Detroit the 1st and a new set of downs. And Allen Robinson sighting in the year of 2024. These are strange times, y'all. 3 minutes now to go in the half. 2:55 now. His time's just ticking on by. Jared Goff in shotgun. I believe Montgomery, the running back, with him. Tight end to his left along with receiver. Amon-Ra St. Brown motioning from right to left. Goff drops back with the snap, and he throws over the middle to number 17. That's complete. Edrin Cooper eventually brings him down. Still complete, though, to Tim Patrick for a decent gain, at least for Detroit, setting up 2nd and short.
Cam Kebble's good news. This is the bad half. Bad news. Hell of a bad half.
And still to only be losing by what ultimately is not going to be tremendous here.
Oh, they are picking away. 2nd and 1 for the Lions.
Goff now 11 of 11. 4th game this year where he started at least 10 for 10. That is just stupid good. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
McKnight saying compare Love's half with Goff 11 for 11.
Yeah.
I mean,
here's what I'll say though. Like, has Love been perfect? No. Has Goff had his receivers drop it 3 times?
No.
Okay, well, I do believe Jordan Love's numbers would be better if those 3 were completions and not just straight up bonehead drops.
Yeah, I mean, there was the one, like, deep pass to Watson.
Yeah, he
was
and
double
Watson
covered.
weren't there. Like
that
they
was
weren't.
they were not on the same page, and Watson was in double coverage.
Yeah.
Okay, but of everything else, it's not like Love has been completely inaccurate.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's not like his decisions have been questionable.
I'm really not looking at Love and putting this on him. It's penalties and drops. That's why the offense isn't functioning right now. I do think they got to go back to. I think they do got to start running again more. But the reality is, I mean, look, like if the ball is going to smack Tucker Kraft on the wrist and he not catch it, that's a problem. If the ball is going to smack both of Romeo Dobbs' hands and then fall to the ground, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Even that Jaden Reed attempted bubble screen, that was a joke. Like Dobbs didn't get there to block his dude at all. And that could have been a pick. Like that was a disastrous bubble screen. And yet I'm not going to put any part of that on Jordan Love. It just wasn't executed on that side of the field. So no, I can't go with the fact that like Jordan Love is playing poorly today. If anything, I think Jordan Love is showing for the most part good discretion because we're seeing him go to his checkdowns a lot.
Yeah.
Probably the most we've seen since the Arizona game when he was fantastic for the vast majority of the game. So no, I can't go with anything to put this on Love right now. This is sloppy as all get out from everybody else.
Yes. Gary's saying, and they get the ball after the half.
Yes, they do.
Good. Big Al,
the Lions do.
Oh, that's disappointing. Big Al, we need to get lines in 3rd and long so we could be aggressive with the blitzes. Most of Goff's throw is easy completion.
Yeah, well, and that would be the hope, right, Big Al? I mean, part of the reason that the Lions are so good offensively and leading the league in points per game is because they don't put themselves in position to have 3rd and long really often. They are a very good offense when it comes to staying above the sticks. If a defense had the key to reversing that, they all would do it. But everything is so easy for Jared Goff right now. It's a big problem. And here's a handoff to David Montgomery. That's going to get Detroit a first down. Rugby style pushes all the way up to about the 10 as forward progress did continue, so the refs never flagged it down. But David Montgomery pushing the pile all the way up to the 10. Minute 45 now to go in the half. We did see, now granted they gave up a touchdown, but for 3 plays in a row inside the 10, Green Bay's defense really clamped down on an earlier drive. We'll see if they can do it again. Yeah, I mean, he just pushed the pile. Goodness gracious. Chad saying,
we're getting bullied at the line, a bit embarrassing.
I mean, the only solace is everyone does against Detroit. It's not a unique Green Bay problem in that regard. And play clock runs it on down to 0. I'm going to assume Detroit got in a timeout since there's no flag. Yep, indeed they did. That is the first timeout taken this game. First timeout for either team, and it's with a minute 12 to go in the half. That's my kind of football. We are just cruising. All right, let's see what we got. Eric.
RD is crap. I mean,
and the Lions always really good, man. Like this is just what I was talking about on the pregame. Like Detroit's good. Like they are better than they were last year on offense. Montgomery, Gibbs, both amongst the league leaders in missed tackles forced. It's no joke. And like I said earlier, everything is just so easy for Jared Goff. Like their line is so good. Other teams aren't getting pressures on him, and Goff just stands in there and delivers to whoever's open. And that's exactly what is happening here. Green Bay needs some kind of tide-turning play here. All right, 1st and goal from the 10. They're as back as they possibly can be and still have to be a goal, at least for a fresh set of downs. And that's a carry there. Gain of about 3. Xavier McKinney runs in and finishes off the tackle. TJ Slayton, Quay Walker are the ones on the bottom of the pile.
And Green Bay uses their first timeout.
Well, I mean, that could be a sign that LaFleur actively wants the ball to try an offensive drive with whatever time is left, which would be very un-LaFleurian. So,
yes.
All right.
Gary's saying love has been sharp. The rest of the team has not.
Yeah, I think I'm inclined to agree with that. There's only just that one play to Watson deep that was like
Yeah.
poor. And that the throw to Melton with the penalty on Branch, that was not a good throw. Like he did not position Melton well for that at all. So, I mean, I guess like I kind of look at those two, but 3 drops, bad blocking, everything else is going wrong for sure around him.
All right, so we got a bit of motion. Goff under center.
And they got the ball on the 7. Goff
Another
hands
handoff.
it off to Montgomery, but Montgomery is stuffed in the backfield. Isaiah McDuffie, he heard me talking about how he should be benched. And Rashawn Gary there to make the play, back him up a few yards.
And Green Bay takes
timeout.
another timeout.
Oh, LaFleur wants the ball. He wants to put together an offensive drive. That would be not how we generally do things. I like it.
Cam Kibbles, I dislike the Lions having an offense. I would like us to have in system and results.
Yeah. I have nothing to add. Yes. It doesn't feel good.
And Commander G-Man saying things are humming along.
Yeah, I mean, what?
Offense for the Lions have just been able to...
Well, we're an hour 10 into this game, and we're at halftime? Yeah, we're cruising. Run-heavy game will do that.
Gary Freeze, their corners are better this year, too.
Yeah, they are. I mean, I did talk about how, like, realistically, I think the place to exploit is one-on-ones against their corners. All 3 of their starting corners are giving up QB ratings over 100. That's no accident, and it's no joke. But they're still better than they were last year. Got to give credit where it's due. All right, Goff in shotgun for this 3rd and goal from the 9. Goff dropping back. It's a quick throw over to the right, but David Montgomery wasn't running the route that Jared Goff wanted him to run, and that's what you call an incompletion. Jared Goff's first incompletion of the game. So now another within the 10-yard line stand. I know they technically have a touchdown. I'm still going to count it from before.
Gary was ready. He was coming for blood.
Oh, yeah, he was unblocked. If Jared Goff wouldn't have ditched it off to Montgomery, he would have gone down hard.
All right, so their kicker is going to try.
Flight risk, you're absolutely right. The D stood tall. 27-yard attempt now for Jake
Come on,
Bates.
rain. Come on, wind. Show them what it's like.
There's
Play.
not much wind on those flags up there, and that field goal is good. 58 seconds to go in the half, and it now is 10-3. Detroit in the lead. All right. I mean, hey, it could be a heck of a lot worse for how craptastic Green Bay has been for portions of this game.
As Commando G-Man says, okay, we held to a field goal.
Yeah, they did.
Of all the points they could put on the board, those are pretty all right.
Mm-hmm.
Big Al saying, let's go for Halfley for that aggressive play calling.
Yeah, that was, I mean, we're watching 2 different defenses right now. Inside the 10, they are different than from 10 to 10.
Yeah.
I don't know, second half Halfley coming up after the break. But given LaFleur using timeouts here to preserve clock, I have a feeling Matt LaFleur and company are going to try to put together an offensive drive in this final minute. And that is so against, like, I think this is LaFleur being frustrated and exerting his frustration. Because this is not what he generally does. He would tell him just to get out there and meal it out. But nope, not today. They're going to try to put together an offensive drive, I do believe. Okay. Let's get to it. I know it's the game of the week. We really don't need 4,000 commercials, though. This game's humming at a good pace.
Right.
Keep it going.
They're like, wait, no, it's going too fast. We've sold too many commercial spots.
Oh, yeah, we haven't seen these commercials.
Right.
All right, let's move it on.
All
right. So let's begin our tour around the league, shall we? Oh! Dilderhide.
We need a Saxon drive.
Saxon drive.
Drive.
That would be a word for it, Dilderhide. We'll take it. Hey, minute to go, anything can happen. And I do think we're going to air it out here.
I'm very interested to see what we do here.
I mean, the Packers have the ability to shoot it down the field awfully quick. No, go. Stop it. There we go. Come on. No. Computer, you're not agreeing with me here. There we go. All right. Oh, come on. Man. Oh, computer's freaking out. Here we go. All right, Big Al.
If that was Joe Barry defense, we would have played soft coverage.
First half of last year, certainly. Yeah.
We would have had all of our defenders in the end zone getting ready for the pass.
All right, second quarter, 58 seconds to go. Lions getting ready for the kickoff. Can Green Bay put some together here? You can feel a heck of a lot better going into halftime tied, considering Detroit gets the ball following the half. I do think we're going to see an aggressive offense here. Boy, I hope so. 1 timeout for Green Bay, 2 timeouts remaining for Detroit. The kick is up for the kickoff, and is Nixon going to get another return opportunity? No, as that hits about 6 yards deep in the end zone and bounces out the back. So Green Bay going to take over with the ball, the full 58 seconds remaining, and they're taking over with the ball at the 30. Oh.
What is happening?
Hi, Dean.
Why is he just chilling in the background?
What?
Did they run out of, studio space?
I don't know. What is happening? All right, and keep in mind, we can't hear them talk, so we are truly clueless. And boy, oh boy, is that rain coming down. All right, so now we got 1st and 10 from the 30. Jordan Love in shotgun. Josh Jacobs back there with him. They've got Bunch off to the right-hand side, but Christian Watson's in motion going from right to left. Love only 6 of 12 for 53 yards thus far. Now he's 7 of 13 with that completion of 9 to Romeo Dobbs. Gives him 2nd and 1. Love making some hand motions and getting him up to the line.
Come on, get set.
Rhythm!
Get set.
All right, Love in shotgun again. He takes snap. He's dropping back. He's looking to the middle. Yeah, and he's got to evade. Pressure's coming in. But then he dumps it over his hands. What the? Come on!
Love! How can you not get it away? Stop it.
I'm assuming he tried to go to a receiver. Like, he wasn't trying to get rid of the ball there.
Start! What is wrong with you? Ow!
So, okay, I just want to see it. Love, he rolls to the right. Who is there?
Pathetic.
Who is he? Oh, he's trying to go to Jacobs.
Come
And he just didn't see
man.
Kirby Joseph? Or what?
That was pathetic.
And so we hand Detroit a free 7 points.
I'm so glad we held them to a field goal.
That was so
just
dumb.
to give them hecking pick 6.
That was awful.
That was the most pathetic thing I've ever seen.
It's the most pathetic was Jordan Love falling down in the end zone a couple weeks ago and handing him a pick 6 in the goal line. This is the second dumbest thing we've seen this year from Love. They finally, oh my God, Matt LaFleur is never going to go for a drive in the last minute of a half again. LaFleur finally calls it. We finally see an attempted drive. He's never doing it again. Ay. All right, let's see what everybody's saying. Grand OG man, why? Yeah, don't know.
I now do hate the Lions.
I have a feeling, like I feel pretty confident that Love was just trying to get to Jacobs there. Did he just not see Kirby Joseph just chilling in between him and Jacobs? Did he not get just enough air under the ball to go over Joseph? All right, so you know how earlier I said that everything was just a storm around Jordan? Well, that was Jordan's fault.
That was a big boo-boo. Big Al, take the sack. It was a screenplay.
Was it, though? I mean, because that thought entered my mind. It looked to me, at least, that more Jacobs that it was a blitz by Detroit. That's why Joseph was there. And Jacobs was the check down, that it wasn't a full-on screen. But, yeah, we'll have to check a replay on that one. But, yowza.
Gary's saying, I really just can't take this. I can't.
Yeah. Nope. Dumb.
WHS Pioneer Will Levis shows
Pioneer?
up again.
Yeah. Oh, God. That was kind of Levis-like, not going to lie.
Kevin Kebbles, same way he threw the last one. J-Love, buddy, you're not there yet, especially when hurt.
Yeah.
In the rain being tackled, I know LaFleur said his mistake last year as restricting Jordan too much, but damn.
I mean, it was in the first half of the year.
Yeah.
LaFleur, you might need to put some more reins on again.
Peter saying hi. I hate to love Jordan when he plays so silly.
No, I feel it. It was dumb. It's the only word it can come to. It was a terrible mistake by Jordan to throw that ball at all.
Big Al, I don't really care with the interception, but this is a bad time to throw a pick.
Yeah, well, especially pick 6. You
Right?
just handed him a free 7.
Yes, and now
A 10-3 game going into the half is completely different than a 17-3 game.
and then they're gonna start with the ball.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that might have just pissed it away.
yeah, like, you're just setting yourself up for failure. Miserable Goat saying we had to play Love in this weather? Not smart at all.
I'm not even going to chalk that up to the injury. It was just dumb.
No, I think that was just stupid.
Like, I mean,
Either bad awareness or not knowing how to throw the ball enough to get to Jacobs.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was just stupid. It was just stupid.
All right, what else we got here? Diller Hot.
7th game in a row with an interception from 10.
Yep. So what? Yeah.
Yeah, he really was trying
He
to
just
get it to
didn't-
Jacobs, and he just didn't see the guy.
Yeah.
You didn't see Joseph. Come on, man.
Whoo! Yeah, and I think that that's it, Pioneer. Because, I mean, like, even in my game prediction, I said, like, I don't think Green Bay is going to win this game. I don't like the timing of this matchup for these two teams at all. Detroit's hotter than ever, and Green Bay's hurt. All right, so Love dropping back on 1st and 10. They are still going to put together a drive. He goes to his check down and Chris Brooks, but Chris Brooks has to run a mile to get back to the line of scrimmage. Still, ultimately, though, makes one guy miss, gets out of bounds. 5-yard gain for Chris Brooks. Come on, Green Bay. Come on, get cooking here. Like, at least chip into this 17-3 thing now. 23 seconds to go. Green Bay does still have a timeout. Detroit has 2. I do want to see exactly what yard line they're on. They should be on about 35 now. Yes, indeed, they are on the 35. Jordan Love in shotgun. He's got trips off to the right, single receiver on the left, running back with him in the backfield. Romeo Doubs motioning out. Jordan Love takes a snap, and he's dropping back. He steps up into the pocket, and then he goes again to his check down, Chris Brooks, who makes the catch. He couldn't get out of bounds, or he chose not to get out of bounds. Either way, he gets up to about the 49 before he's tackled, and that has to be Green Bay's last time out. Has to be. They're just not calling it yet. There it is.
Yeah.
So the final timeout is burned. 13 seconds now to go in the half. That took an awfully long time to gain 10 yards there. Ay, ay, ay.
Big Al saying maybe this time Love will go off. He has a history of being good after interception. I just hope at this point.
I mean, that is actually
it is
true.
true. Every time that Love has had an interception, he has come back.
He then
with
goes on a
fire.
tear. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that is true, Big Al, and it's insane that that's what it's come to, but here we are. Like, 14 seconds to go now in the half. They've got the ball. So they added 1 second back to the clock. They've got the ball on the 48. Granted, no timeout, so everything's going to have to be on the boundary or a run up and spike. Not the best snap from Elton Jenkins there, but Jordan Love rolls out. Detroit playing it like it's a Hail Mary. That goes deep to Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed gets the ball. It's still in bounds. They got to get it to the line. And they are calling it a catch, but they can't get up to the line, and now Love is hobbled. Now he's limping. And there looks to be confusion on the field. Love is looking around like, what are you talking about? So it's officially halftime. Love now limping. Yeah. I mean, I didn't see anything in the throwing motion for Love. It just was like after he kind of landed that then he did this little double hop but now he's jogging off the field without a limp. So, I mean, nice completion there to Jaden Reed that doesn't matter at all. Because they not nearly enough time to get up there and actually spike it or do anything with it. So a nice stat padding completion there to Jaden Reed.
All right. What do we got?
17-3 at the half. Not good. Although I will say, when they played Minnesota, it felt a lot like this. And I said the exact same thing before the Minnesota game. I said I thought they were going to lose because I just hated when it came. Because that was his first game back. The Packers were banged up. Like, it didn't feel right. And this is how the first half against Minnesota felt. And then they made it a game in the second half. So we got a lot to go here, folks.
Eric saying, I said put in Willis, but no one listened. I've seen enough of the ignorant Love decisions. I don't know.
The thing is, so here's the thing, and this is
too much.
Yeah, you're not benching Jordan Love.
Right.
Like, you're not. Now, if you want to say, like, You want to play him when he's completely healthy. Okay, sure, I get it. But like Jordan Love's not getting benched. And part of the reason for that is Jordan Love's ceiling. What he is able to do when he is on is higher than any quarterback in the NFL outside of maybe Patrick Mahomes, maybe Josh Allen. You're going to play that, right? So, like, that's where we're at. If the argument is, would have seen Malik Willis in this game because Jordan Love isn't 100%. It's a rainy field. They've got their bye next week, so if he doesn't play, then you're giving him basically 20 days to get back up to full health for a second half run. Okay, like I could start to go with that. I can understand all of that. But on the whole, nah, you're not playing Malik Willis over Jordan Love. You're not.
Flight Risk saying we were down 28-0 for second half. We will be better.
Yeah.
Diller Hyde saying at least the Bears are losing 21-9.
Oh, see, that's a silver lining.
Big Al, maybe this time Love will go. Oh, we
got
that
that one.
one.
All right, let's see where we...
Eric, another.
Oh, Taylor's here. Hello, Taylor. Oh boy, we're way behind. All right, bam. Kevin Kevelson.
Kind of felt like a Hail Mary attempt that he realized he was not going to get there. Unsure. Did he think they still had a timeout?
Well, and he was making almost like a holding motion right there towards a ref at the end. I'm not sure what that would have been about. So.
WHS Pioneer with limp now. He can sit out at the second half with an injury after he sunk the team again. I don't think he sunk the team either. No. Yes, he made one or two questionable passes, and he made an absolutely idiotic decision or a lack of awareness or whatever you want to call that pick six. It was awful. We all hate it. But again, there were 3 drops by receivers. Like, this is not Jordan Love's downfall. This is not his, he is not the reason that we're losing.
No, I mean, look, the pick six was stupid as hell. But the 3 drops that each served at their own variety of being a drive killer, having 7 penalties called on the team by the time that you're 2 minutes into the second quarter. No, I'm not putting this on Jordan Love. Was the pick six dumb as hell? Yeah, 100%. It was. And they're now losing 17-3 exclusively because of that stupid decision.
There's a lot
before that, though. So, it is what it is. Is what it is. Got to get up for the second half.
Gary, it's
been and it has been an ugly half. Yes, it has.
Yes. Absolutely disgusting. Half of football.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, the only thing, I guess that I would say, too, just kind of a thought here is if you were to say, who is a team that is better equipped to play in a mud bowl on a slippery field? Detroit or Green Bay? You're going to pick Detroit. You just are. Even if Jared Goff is rendered completely ineffective. That's just how they're built. Detroit is built for the trenches. They are probably the most physical team in the NFL. So, this isn't particularly shocking. It's what it is, in my opinion. Is just really disappointing. The fact that so many of Green Bay's mistakes are unforced errors. In that, the Love pick six, the penalties, drops. Reverse even half of those plays, and we're looking at a drastically different game. And a missed field goal to boot.
Yeah. Well, at least the Bears are getting run too.
Yeah. Yep.
It's been an ugly offense this year.
Yeah, and the Love injury really set them back in terms of timing, no doubt about it. But and I talked about this a little bit, but it is incredible how more simplistic the offense is when Malik Willis is in than when Jordan Love is in. Matt LaFleur relies on his players' talent so much more when Jordan Love is in versus scheming stuff open for Malik. And I think the direction that they want to go or need to go is fusing those two things together. Now, is part of it because Jordan Love is playing hero ball? Yeah. I'm not going to deny that in any way, shape, or form, and that's dumb, and it needs to stop. But there are easier opportunities when we watch that version of the offense, and those two things have got to get fused together more intelligently than what they've been doing.
Big Al saying we need Halfley to be aggressive, and the defense got to play disciplined defense. We're going to live and die by our aggressive at this point. Well, and I think a big thing is just our defense has been amazing within the 10 or in the red zone. It's just everything that comes before that.
Yeah, Detroit's having a really easy time until they get to the 10.
Right. And so we love and appreciate the fact that our defense is doing so good at defending in the red zone, but we need a little bit before that too.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, I just trying to think of how to phrase this, but the thing that I kind of want to get across is this is what Detroit does.
Yes, that's true.
Like they're 6-1 for a reason. They've put up over 40 points in 3 of their half of their wins this year. Put up at least 40 points. I mean, and defensive, like this is what they do. This is why they're good. So, of course, we want to find solutions. We want to take them down. But at the same time, is it slightly unreasonable to just expect Green Bay to have the answer to every single thing that Detroit is just doing what they do? Yeah, probably. We do have to just chalk this up to some degree of Detroit realistically, right now, probably a better team than Green Bay, and they're acting like it.
That's a fair point, especially because they only have 17. Going into the half, they only have 17.
And 7 was a free gift.
7 of those we gave to them.
Gift, yeah.
Right. So the fact that we have held them to only 10 points scored.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I would go with that.
Does not go unsaid against the Detroit Lions.
Yeah. All right. So, Big Al saying.
Use Josh Jacobs more and no more penalties for the offense. That
would be nice.
No more penalties. I have been happy with the amount of running game that we have been doing. I feel like we've seen a lot more than we have with Love in. I feel like, when Love is out, we run all the time, and then we put Love in, and we never see it ever again. So I'm happy to be able to actually see the run game, but it goes in spurts.
The sequencing is questionable. Pioneer saying he almost threw a pick 6 on the wide receiver screen, then he pulled the ball out of Jacobs on a run pass option. I mean, okay, the RPO thing, sure, but that screen, that's Romeo Dobbs' fault.
That's true.
Romeo Dobbs didn't block Carlton Davis to save his life.
Yeah, he was untouched.
Like, the timing of that play is there's 2 defenders and 2 blockers. Blockers do the block thing, and then that play works. If they don't do the block thing, that play don't work. Right. And that is 1,000,000% on Romeo Dobbs, allowing that corner to crash into Jaden Reed. That's not on Love at all.
Commando saying Jacobs lone bright spot for sure.
Yeah, I can go with that. I mean, Jacobs has looked great. Again, he just has. And they need to sequence things. Abandoning the run in this game is not a good idea. It's just not. So they got to get back to that.
Kevin Kibble, it's time for Fire Jeff Hafley for the second half coverage. I think the interceptions are more not knowing your actual powers at quarterback yet versus a sign that he's a bad quarterback. He probably is the 2025 MVP.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, we've seen it from Love before. We know what the ceiling is. Or maybe we don't know what the ceiling is, but we know what a high level of expectation is for Love. No, he's not meeting it. He's not right now. We've had the glimpses of it, but he's had, I don't know, he's had, John, no, it would put us in cap hell for a decade. No.
Also, he's like, are you kidding me?
Okay, let's move on.
Too much.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get back. I'm completely derailed now. Gavin Kell saying,
I'm sitting on a Twitter comment talking how Jordan sucks, and I really need Jordan to give us 6 touchdowns and 30 minutes. You can do it. What do you like? That's easily achievable. Gary Freeze, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Your opinion. I think if we would have started Malik, we would be in this game. You're a smart football guy, but that's the hard truth / opinion. Say what you want about this and that. I don't know if we would be able to go up against the defensive line of the Lions with.
No, I mean, I see what you're saying, Gary, and I think you're probably right, because a Malik Willis game plan doesn't abandon the run in the second quarter. It wouldn't. It can't, because they're not calling that many pass plays with Malik Willis. So I think you're realistically probably right, but that does it does nothing to explain the defense. It does. Would they be as penalty ridden as the offense is? But then you're also taking away the 3 drops. You're also, so like in this particular instance, yeah, actually, I mean, you are probably right. But it is what it is.
Mick saying, I wonder if Detroit running backs would push Ford through the mud.
Oh, God, he's back. Well, they did not elevate Jonathan Ford for this game, so that tells you. Peter.
Our defense held the Lions to 10 points because of the heavy rain, I'm afraid. I don't know. I don't think so.
It's not like Detroit's been dropping the ball.
Yeah.
It's not like Goff has been having difficulty gripping it. So, no, I just think they've had very, very good defense in the red zone.
Yes.
Like, they gave up the touchdown to Amon-Ra, but they stopped 3 plays before that. They had the one stand that forced a field goal. So, I mean, like, no.
Yes, we have demolished.
I don't think it is because of the weather, actually.
Demolished the Lions' run game in the red zone.
Yeah.
And then we also had that Goff sack. Like, I think it's just our defense being good in the red zone. When the Lions don't have the ability to go anywhere on the field and have so much room for play, our defense is able to truly clamp down.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the defense.
Yeah. Kevin Kibbles.
Good news, to be honest, other than the pick, we have shown we can mostly hang.
Yeah.
Bad news, gonna be tough after letting the Lions play their brand of football.
Yeah.
Let's kick their butt.
Well, and that's one of the things is like I said just a few minutes ago, in the rain, in mud, in a grinded out, each team running the ball 40 times, that's not where Green Bay is at its best. It's not. Now, in this particular game, they probably are. Ooh, Tom, that is a creepy smell.
Right? You need to, calm that down.
But ultimately, if you were to hear both teams ran the ball 40 times and there were missed tackles all over the place and everything, it's probably a Detroit win, right? That's more their brand than ours.
WHS Pioneer, Detroit will run a draw on 3rd and 5 and get 10. Love is pass happy.
He is. I won't deny that. I'd also just add that LaFleur is too. Like, I do think LaFleur relies too much on it. And two, especially if you're talking like down at the 5, inside the 10, I had the numbers as the season started, but last year, LaFleur called more passes inside the 5 than I think any other coach in the NFL. Like, the Packers are extremely pass heavy inside the 5, and it's not just the QB, it's what's called too. All right, here we go. Kickoff. So Detroit bringing it out. And the return gets past the 25, gets up to about the 28-yard line before it's brought down by Tyrone Appa and a bunch of other Packers there. Stopping at about the 28.
Big Al, I just don't know why, but I feel like the Willis offense is more about make it simple. It is. But with Love, we're trying to do more, but we got to balance those out.
Think of it this way. With Malik Willis in, they try to do a very simple offense, but they try to do it perfectly. In the Love offense, they try to do a very complicated offense and do it well. And the thing is, when that offense works, they're unstoppable. When that offense doesn't work, it goes bad. And that's the big difference. I wish that they would start balancing out those two ideas. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 for Detroit. They're up to the 29. Jared Goff takes the snap and he tosses it to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's left alone. That is an 11-yard completion there for Detroit. Gives them a first down up to the 40. Let's see. John.
Nixon's route at all. John, bad coaching, too many penalties, and not in sync.
There, I agree with you, John. I mean, I do like to say, like on defense especially, it doesn't matter what scheme you call when you can't tackle. On offense, doesn't matter what scheme you call when you can't catch. Now, I do wish they would run the ball more, but penalties, 1,000%. Yeah, they got to clean that crap up. All right, so Jared Goff under center for this 1st and 10. And it is actually a handoff, not play action this time for Detroit.
Pretty well stopped.
Yeah, there we go.
McDuffie getting his hand in there.
Preston Smith involved, TJ Slayton involved. Good to see. I do feel like McDuffie's having himself a strong game and stopping the run here.
Cam Kebbles, if you're going to lose to a team, better to lose to a team you get to play again in the regular season before going on bye.
Hey, we lost to Detroit the first time last year and then beat them the second time. There is something to that. All right, and Gary, now we have to throw the ball. Yeah, down 17-3. I don't think the run's going to come back in a big way unless we see Malik in at QB. All right, so that's a
Another
handoff.
handoff.
This
This
one,
one.
too, I believe that's Gibbs again. Gain of about 8. That gets him awfully close to a first down. Sets up 3rd and 1. As the telecast now shows offensive coordinator Ben Johnson, who is going to get paid so much this offseason for a head coaching gig.
Kevin Kebbels, Willis is warming up. That would probably be game. He simply could not keep pace with Detroit, to be honest.
Hey, don't write it off. Don't write it off yet. That's simple offense, just like Novocaine. 7 plays to give it time always works, in Coach Boone's words.
Kevin Kebbels saying Matt LaFleur said Jordan would not only be pulled if he feels Jordan can not protect himself. For all the haters out there, keep Pookie's name out your mouth.
Oh, and we got a flag, so it's a carry. Whoa! It's a carry for Detroit. Gibbs seemingly gets the first down before McDuffie literally pulls him back, and we have a flag on the play. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll see if Malik comes in or not.
Could this be the first play on the first flag on the lines?
Oh, no, it wouldn't be, because remember Brian Branch. He took care of that all by
that's
himself.
right. That's right.
And
I
this
forgot about
penalty
that.
is on Detroit. Back him up. That's an
Illegal
illegal shift.
Shame.
Back him up. I kind of want to see what the shift is.
Right?
Just show us the penalty, please. That is a very wet rag that Campbell's got over. Nope, we're not going to get to see the penalty. Okay.
Sabotaging him.
But it is 3rd and 6 for Detroit. They now have the ball on the 44, still on their own side of the field. As the telecast is pointing out, Amon St. Brown is not covered anywhere close. Oh, that throw goes over the middle. That's incomplete. A 3rd down stand for the defense.
Incompletion.
Incomplete
Yes,
to Cleve Raymond. There's a flag.
please.
Son of a
Are you
biscuit.
kidding me? Why? Can we just
What
play
now?
football? Something tells me it's going to be on Valentine's.
Yeah. Goff is pointing at the Packers. Valentine doesn't look happy. LaFleur looks confused. Generally not a
Why?
good sign. And it's
Are you
defensive holding.
kidding me?
So 3rd and 6, we actually get a stop. And again, we piss ourselves down the leg with a stupid penalty. This one on, I got to think it's on Valentine. No, that's Nixon.
That's a weak holding, by the way.
Really? Really?
Good lord.
Free first down for Detroit.
Might as well just keep the yellow on the field. Goodness gracious.
All right, so now first down. They've got the ball at the 48. Jared Goff taking the snap, throws it over the middle. That's complete to tight end Sam Laporta. It takes,
Takes
oh
the
my God.
entire Packer defense to bring him down.
Gain of about 8 through the air to Sam Laporta. Sweet sassy Molassie.
Kevin Kebbell saying, tell you what I'd like to have bench those is these penalties. Yeah, if we benched every player who had a penalty, there wouldn't be a defensive man on the field.
Yeah. Goodness.
Gracious.
Okay, all
I
right.
don't even want to see the numbers.
2nd and 1 for Detroit. Under 12 minutes to go in 3rd. Shoutouts and get-outs will be fun on Tuesday. All right, Goff under center. He takes a snap, hands it off. That's a carry up the middle, and he's got room, does Jahmyr Gibbs, before he is tackled from the side by Carrington Valentine. Gibbs went down kind of awkwardly, and now he's, well, looks like he's stomping the limp out of himself. And that gives Detroit a big first down carry up the middle. Yeah, McKinney got turned around a little bit there. And then Valentine came in from the side and just kind of threw his helmet and shoulder at the leg of Gibbs. It did work, though, as Gibbs went down.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they blocked that well, but
yeah,
it's annoying.
1st and 10 for Detroit on the 29. Goff in shotgun. It's a quick handoff. Good penetration from Green Bay, but the run runs right past it. And that's a 5-yard gain for Gibbs on the ground. And now we got some extracurriculars, some pushing, some shoving, but no flags, it appears. Whisper Pioneer, or WHS Pioneer, I'm sorry, saying not looking good.
Not pretty.
No, it is not. All right. 2nd and 6 for Detroit officially, following the carry by Gibbs. Jared Goff's jersey looks remarkably clean for it being a rain game. If we could make that dirtier, that would probably help a whole lot. 2nd and 6. And this is another carry for Gibbs. He bounces it to the outside, but there is, who's that? Is that Nixon? I think that might have been Nixon making the tackle. Gain of only a couple for Gibbs. Very nice job by Nixon to make that open field tackle. And that sets up third and pretty short. Wow, that's a heck of a stat. 11.4 miles an hour average speed crossing the line of scrimmage. Fastest in the NFL for Jahmyr Gibbs. The NFL average is about 2 miles an hour slower. That's a heck of a stat. Under 10 to go in the third. 3rd and 1 for Detroit. Goff in shotgun. Jahmyr Gibbs again next to him. Amon-Ra St. Brown in slight motion.
Gary Free saying Gary needs to hit Goff hard.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, cover your man.
And here's a toss from Goff, but it's an overthrow to Gibbs. Edgerrin Cooper,
good.
the one in coverage. You know, there's a funny story about playing in the rain when it's like this. It's a cold day. It's rainy. Everything is wet. And it's, if you recall that he did what? Throw to Antonio Freeman. Freeman has been quoted several times in the years after. Like, what was your thought when you came up with that catch? And his first thought as he ran into the end zone and ended the game was, thank God this game's done. Don't tell me players don't get uncomfortable in this crap, because they absolutely do. Is it an excuse? No, but I just love that little story about Freeman.
All right.
And Goff,
they are going for it.
5 seconds to go on the play clock. Goff is trying to get the Packers to jump, but it doesn't work. It's a handoff to Gibbs. Jesus. Touchdown, Detroit. 4th and 1, and Gibbs basically walks into the end zone from like 12 yards out. He's uncontested.
It's just ugly, man.
Wow. I mean, he was just uncontested. It isn't even fun anymore. I mean, yeah. Oh, my goodness. So now showing the overhead, like the Packers crashed to the right, or to the left side of the line. Gibbs ran up the right side. That's generally pretty easy. That makes it 24-3. Oh, Detroit fans are going to be insufferable.
Hey, WHS says they'll go anyway and get 5. Cam Keppel says up to the offense now. I'm at 7.
Yeah.
Peter is saying, so our defense is doing a good job? Really? It was.
Well,
Don't
they
say that.
were.
They were.
They just didn't get him inside the 10.
Where the credit's due, man.
I mean, okay. The reality is, like, they gave up 10 points at the half. That was a god-awful drive. But when we said they were doing fine, it's because they were doing fine.
Tomato G-Man says, we knew lines were real, but they are the real deal. The lines are good.
Yeah.
This just sucks.
Yeah.
Like, it's not fun.
Look, okay. And this isn't to toot my own horn. I just want people to understand the reality. Like, I talked in the preview about, I hate the timing of this matchup for Green Bay. Think of the Detroit game last year, right? Green Bay had a couple weeks leading up to that matchup where we really began to see things click, where things got synced up. The Packers were pretty healthy, right? And then they beat Detroit. I still don't hate the way that Green Bay matches up against Detroit, but I hate the timing of this matchup. Jair Alexander isn't there to cover Amon-Ra St. Brown. The offense, Jordan Love, whether he's hobbled or not, he came into this game kind of hurt with a limited week of practice. The offense has not yet had those couple of weeks where they actually look in sync. So I hate the timing of this matchup. And on the opposite side, Detroit is coming off a couple weeks where they are playing like the best team in the NFL.
Everybody.
So look, like, Detroit deserves respect. I do still believe that Green Bay matches up fairly well against Detroit. But this week, no.
Yeah.
No, they don't. And so I talked about in the preview of, like, this is a really bad time to go against Detroit from Green Bay's standpoint. And it's exactly what we're seeing. Detroit is being the juggernaut that we knew that they could be. And Green Bay is looking like a young, immature team that can't get its stuff together, that's out of sync and is shooting themselves in the foot, which is what they are right now. And so they're getting beat 24-3. So try again another week is the reality of the situation. And that's all there really is to it.
And it just really sucks because we saw in the last half of last year how good we can be.
Completely.
And then we come out here and we just
Well, and we've seen it. It just not as consistently,
Yes.
but like they just beat Houston a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
They dismantled the Cardinals before that, in what was probably their most impressive victory of the year. They hung with Minnesota when Minnesota was on fire, and it took a great second half to do it. So like it's just they haven't reached this point of being in sync to being what looked like an infallible team at the end of last year. They haven't gotten there yet this year.
Yeah.
And you can blame whoever you want for that. That's fine. But the reality of the situation is they're not there yet this year, and Detroit is. And Green Bay came into this game hurt, beat up.
Yeah.
Well, that's not exactly an ingredient that's going to help you take down Detroit either. So, it is what it is.
Kevin Kevin's saying defense is hard when the other team has 4 downs. They have a good chance to get first downs.
Yeah.
99% of teams have only 3. Really.
I do kind of wish more teams would adopt Detroit's theory on 4th downs and just go for it more. So, all right, hand off to Josh Jacobs now for Green Bay as they try to answer back. They are down 24-3, 9:25 to go in the third. Couple yard gain there for Jacobs out of shotgun. Brings up 2nd down.
Miserable goats.
And now Josh Jacobs is limping off the field.
Lions have no respect for the Packers. A blowout in the making. Especially with Josh Jacobs just running off the field.
Yeah, at this point, this kind of is what it is.
McKnight, which inexperienced players will get snaps in this half?
Good question. I'm excited to see. Maybe we'll see Oladapo on defense. That'd be cool.
Dollar Hyde saying no Evan Williams either.
That's a really good point, Dollar Hyde. Yes. And here's another carry. This one goes to Emmanuel Wilson, as we've seen less and less of him over the last couple of weeks with the emergence of Chris Brooks. But that's a gain of about 3 for Emmanuel Wilson, and that sets up 3rd down. Telecast now zooming in on Love. Doesn't appear as though he's doing much limping now. We'll have to see if that stays true to form or not. 3rd and 3.
Big Al saying Detroit is setting off Goff with 3rd and 1 consistently. We could do that, but I feel like we're not going to run since we're down with 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, at this point, they're going to throw a lot. Yeah. All right, Love in shotgun here. 8:19 to go in the third. Love making some adjustments at the line, taking his time, but he eventually snaps it. Throws to the right, and that's a drop. Dontavian Wicks with the kick slant. He was covered by nickel corner Amik Robertson.
He had it in his hands.
And now we got what? I'm not sure why Detroit was yelling at its guy there. Drop!
Yeah.
Drop!
That's not even from the defender.
Pure drop. That would be
Wicks, so it's 5 dropped passes today. And
I was going to say 4, but all right, 5. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Dan Whelan, the Irishman, on for the punt. And it soars to about the 12-yard line.
And there's a flag.
Come on, for sake. It soars to about the 12-yard line where Detroit has to take the fair catch. What a punt by Whelan. My goodness.
Peter saying these Lions look good indeed, but they will end up not being the real deal in postseason. They may be the best team in the NFC, but not the best NFL team. The Lions hype is overrated.
Well, I can see that argument for sure. That's just fine.
Anthony saying, hey, Lions, Thanksgiving is coming.
Right? That second matchup is looming. No doubt. And it's on Green Bay. No, that's on Detroit. I'm sorry. I mixed up the sides of the field. That should be on Detroit.
Good.
Oh, yeah, you can't do that. You can't tug on Antoine Cooper like that.
Time.
Woo, good. All right. Steven.
Detroit's MVP seems to be Love.
On the one pick 6, yes.
I think the Detroit MVP is the receiving team not being able to receive.
So, thus far, okay. How many drops does Detroit have? 0? Okay. What are Jordan Love's numbers if he has 0 drops? Yeah, the pick 6, dumb as hell. Not going to deny it. Terrible decision. Stupid. Asinine. Yes, use any adjective you want. Got it. Day looks a lot better if he doesn't have 5 drops. And that drive keeps going. And the drive to Tucker Kraft earlier where McManus missed a 46-yard field goal keeps going.
Yeah.
Like these 3rd downs especially. Catch the damn ball.
Yeah. Anthony saying game not over. That's right. Peter saying drop Tavian Wicks.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get that inscribed on an autograph anytime soon. Man's got to learn to catch the ball.
Saying 5 drops is crazy work.
It's bad work.
Yeah. Cam Kebble's Packers have in the half have 5 drops and 10 completions. Tough business.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's hard to score points when you drop the ball.
I mean, yeah, the day looks a ton better for Jordan Love if he's 15 of 18 instead of 10 of 18 or whatever he technically is right now. Yeah.
Commando G-Man, typical cliche today, but when it rains, it pours. Mm-hmm.
No doubt about it. No doubt.
Big Al wailing for MVP of the game.
I'm down with that. The all-world punter,
Right?
the Irishman.
I think he gets the game.
I'm down with it. That's just fine. He'll be on the shout-outs list.
Yeah.
No one
Cam
else.
Kebble's need a scoop and score. Detroit can burn so much time, even on a 3-and-out.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
Big Al saying in the NFC side of things, is there a team who could compete with Detroit? Because I see Detroit as clear favorites for the NFC.
I think you're probably right. I think the only thing that I would say in terms of favorites of conferences, everything like that, is like we are still at the midway point of the season. If you would ask me after week 4, can anyone keep up with Minnesota? Well, probably not, right? Maybe you'd say Detroit, maybe you'd say like Green Bay on their good day, but like Minnesota was a clear front runner. You know, now it looks like Detroit. If San Francisco gets completely healthy, we know how quick they can change. If Green Bay gets completely healthy and starts to click offensively,
Walker.
We know how quickly that can change.
That is a gain of about 3 to quick pass to Patrick, quickly taken down by Walker.
So all I'm saying is we're at the halfway point in the year. There is a ton of football yet to be played before we start talking about like conference favorites. Right now, though, yeah, Detroit's the favorite. I would agree with that.
Peter saying the good news is Caleb Williams looks like another Justin Fields.
We'll take it.
Right.
We'll take it.
The Bears will be the Bears.
They're going to bear. All right, now a handoff to David Montgomery, who is brought down at the line. Edgerrin Cooper. Very nice tackle there for Cooper, reaching around and bringing down Montgomery. And that's going to make it 3rd and at the very least intermediate for the Detroit Lions, as they're finally not going to have 3rd and short. Okay, this is kind of a neat graphic for Detroit. All the classic cars. Oh.
But this is also like showing this is their best record starting the season since the 60s.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. They've been
well.
lovable losers for a long time.
Right.
Yeah, and they're good now. 3rd and 6 for Detroit, and Eric Stokes is playing about 3 miles off of the receiver down there at the bottom of the screen. Jared Goff dropping back, and he looks to throw over the middle. Packers are right there, and that is caught by Amon-Ra St. Brown, but it is short of the first down marker by about a yard, and the comeback begins as Green Bay should be getting the ball back here. I know Dan Campbell's ballsy, but I don't think he's ballsy enough to go for 4th and 1 and like the 15-yard line. So this should be a punt by Detroit. Oh, Captain Kebble's pointing out, though.
Watch the fake.
Detroit does like but again, though, that ballsy's just dumb. Like at the 15, that's crazy work. Oh, you see it too, Commando G-Man? Malik Willis warming up on the sideline. Holy punt. That goes all the way. Is it just me, or are we seeing more like legit 65-yard punts in the air this year than we've ever really seen before? Because, whoa. It just seems like every week we're going up against one, 65, 70-yard punt, and it's all in the air.
Guess not. So he's been warming up the entirety of the half.
True.
So I think he's really just, if anything else happens to Love, even like a tweak, you're out, you're done.
Yeah.
This is you need to be on standby.
Yeah, he steps in one pothole and he's done.
Yeah.
So Malik, be ready.
Right.
Yeah, it probably is something like that. Kevin Kells.
Detroit went for it last year.
Oh, did they do it? And I don't remember. But yeah.
It is Detroit.
Detroit gonna Detroit.
Right.
Just like Chicago gonna Chicago.
Yep.
All right, so let's take a stroll around the NFL. We got nothing else going on. The Philadelphia Eagles are beating the Jacksonville Jaguars 22-16. Yeah, right. Looks like Saquon's having himself a day.
Yeah, he is. He's been bouncing around.
Then we got Cardinals on top of the Bears, 27-9. This is the one everybody's talking about. 27-9, Cardinals on top. Detroit Seahawks beating the Rams, 13-10. Then we got Falcons beat the Cowboys earlier today, 27-21. Bills beat the Dolphins earlier today, 30-27 to drop the Dolphins to 2-6. Bengals beat the Raiders. They're now 4-5. They beat them 41-24 as their offense actually came to life. Chargers beat the Browns 27-10, dropping the Browns to 2-7. Then the Titans beat the Patriots in overtime, 20-17. And then we had the Commanders over the Giants, 27-22. Panthers over the Saints, 23-22.
Nice.
And Ravens beat the Broncos 41-10.
Woo!
There you go. That's your tour around the NFL. Mick, what you got?
Get tape of inexperienced players because they need to learn before they may be needed come playoff time. Keep the bench interested.
Well, the thing is, I mean, by putting in those inexperienced guys, you're conceding the game for all intents and purposes, right? So we won't see LaFleur and company do that until they're ready to concede. And if Jordan Love is still running around out there, yeah, they're not ready. Especially after their defense actually just got to stop. So
not in the end zone.
Yeah. I mean, we may see that at some point today, Mick, but that's waving the white flag, and so we're not going to see that for a bit.
Gary Free saying, can we make this a little less of a butt kicking, please?
Hey, we have the ball. Now's our chance. Yeah. All right. We'll get to the rest of the comments here after this next play. But Jordan Love in shotgun. Tucker Kraft in motion from left to right. Now it's more traditional tight end spot. And 5:57 to go in the third. Green Bay taking over with the ball at the 25. Love has it, dropping back, and he throws to the right. It's a little bit behind Watson, but Watson hangs on to the ball. Should be a 4, maybe 5-yard gain for Christian. And that sets up second down. Come on, get cooking. Second and 6. Officially gain of 4. Come on, get up there. Find your rhythm, even in the rain. God, Love just looks miserable. All right, 2nd and 6 for Green Bay. Love in shotgun. Josh Jacobs next to him. 2 receivers off to the left. Jaden Reed motioning out, then back in. Love takes a snap, and he's looking to the middle, and he throws to the middle. That's a wide open Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed, they're now into Detroit territory, up to about the Detroit 40. Another big completion to Jaden Reed. Now, come on. Don't take a full huddle. Get up there. Get moving. Just a simple crosser for Jaden Reed. He is so good at that.
That was a beautiful throw.
Yeah, Love delivered it right into the breadbasket. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Up to the line with 15 seconds still to go. Low snap from Elton Jenkins, but Love catches it. Then a low throw to Dobbs, but he catches it near his shoelaces.
Just keeping it low.
Still, though, gain for Green Bay of about 5. Ooh, that is not the first really low snap from Elton Jenkins today. No. They got a backup center in.
Ball.
A shifted left guard at center, I should say. Come on, get moving. Get up there. Like, I want seconds left on the play clock. Don't take full huddles. Find your rhythm. Love and pistol. Josh Jacobs behind him. That's Ben Sims in motion, going from right to left now into the traditional tight end spot. The 2 tight ends off to the right-hand side. 1 receiver off to the right as well, 1 receiver to the left. Jordan Love takes a snap, hands it off to Josh Jacobs, who runs up the middle, but eventually runs into a couple Detroit Lions gain of about 2, setting up 3rd and pretty darn short, but they are in field goal range at about the 31 of Detroit.
I don't like being 3rd down. We don't
like no, I agree.
Peter saying Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers, and Derrick Henry look way more like the real deal than Goff, St. Brown, Gibbs, and Montgomery.
Yeah. Oh, I'll give you that. Yeah, that's a fair thing to say. Baltimore looks legit. Like, I watched at least a little bit of that game against Denver today. Woo-wee. Yeah, Baltimore looks real good.
3rd and 1 for the Packers.
I mean, it just felt like the NFL just gift-wrapped them Derrick Henry. I mean, the fact that Derrick Henry was allowed to go there, unreal.
Another low snap.
All right, Love now running. He's avoiding pressure, but eventually he finds Jaden Reed.
That's got to be in.
And the refs are saying it's a catch along the sideline. Reed, it looked like he kind of had to leave his feet to make that catch, but he did get both feet down or so.
Yep, that's in.
Yes, that's in. That's a catch for Jaden Reed.
Challenge it. Come on, waste a timeout.
All right, Love getting him up to the line. And there's the challenge flag for Detroit.
Come on, let it be in.
Is Dan Campbell pulling a LaFleur? Is this an emotional challenge? I think Dan Campbell, everything he does is emotional. So
yeah, I think he's just a man of anger.
But, I mean, it looks
in.
that, I mean,
That looks in.
looks like that,
If
even that right
anything,
foot's in.
it is like the hair on his toe is out. Like, no way.
I mean, that looks in. I think Detroit might have just wasted themselves a timeout. Yeah. Nice to see someone else do it.
Right?
All right. What do we got? Big Al.
That's the reason why I feel like we needed a veteran guy at wide receiver. We need someone older to lead this talented wide receiver core, even if he's washed like Cobb as an example.
I very much, oh my Lord. Okay, I very much understand the premise, Big Al. The only kind of objection that I had to a vet wide receiver, though, was who are you not going to give snaps to give that vet wide receiver some snaps? Now, like Malik Heath today was healthy and active. I mean, because you're never going to bench Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, even Romeo Dobbs to put in some vet, right? And pre the season, you wouldn't think you'd do it with Dontavian Wicks either. But since he's catching illnesses easier than he can catch the ball, then yeah, now you would. But coming into the year, there wasn't exactly a line of people saying, like, let's not play Wicks more snaps. So I very, very much understand what you're saying. Would it come in handy? I totally agree that it would. But at least in the offseason, it was kind of like, well, then you're going to have to give someone less snaps. Or are you going to sign that vet receiver just for them to be the healthy scratch week in and week out? In which case, what vet receiver is really going to agree to do that? Yeah. Unless you pay him through the nose. So a little bit of a catch-22 on that one.
Cam Kells, keep cooking. Commando G-Man saying making it harder than it should have.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was.
Won't deny that one. Lyra's saying looks in.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I think
this is going to wind up being a wasted challenge here for Detroit.
Lyra's also saying looks like offense showed a half late play football.
Hey, we're a second half team.
We've even last year, like third quarter was our quarter to just pound out.
Because the second half they actually show urgency.
Yeah.
And in the first half they don't. And it drives me freaking batty.
It's like we just
I don't need to go on that rant again.
Underdog.
Well, I feel like I harp on this every week when the offense goes stagnant. What are we doing taking full huddles? What are we doing winding down the play clock? That's not our style. We're young. Go act young. Go play football. Right. So, that's in.
There we go.
That's absolutely in.
Thank you, Campbell.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see a different coach throw a challenge, and I hope all the Flames were like, what are you doing?
Just like that.
Yes.
All right, Jordan Love in shotgun. He's got two people back there with him. I think one might be Jaden Reed, and indeed it is. Love spinning around in the backfield, eventually throws that to Tucker Kraft hung onto the ball, then he breaks the tackle. That's a first down.
I don't know where they're going to mark him out on that one.
I think he got up to about the 10 is how they're going to mark that, but he might have stepped out before that. I'm not quite sure, but I think they're going to give him the 10. 2:50 to go in the third now as the clock is ticking. Get up to the line. You're down by 21. Get going. All right, here we go. 24 on the play clock. We're already lining up. This is my kind of thing. Jordan Love in pistol. He's got a running back behind him. One receiver off to the right. Three of them off to the left. One of them is Tucker Kraft, who's motioning into the traditional tight end spot. 10 on the play clock. Love taking his time. Eventually snaps it. And now he's got Christian Watson on the crosser, and it's a bad throw. He had Christian Watson. It was so clear where he was going to go with that ball.
That was bad. He was wide open.
Yeah.
That sucked.
Yeah. And my goodness, that man needs to wipe his glasses off. How do you see your play sheet?
You have a towel right there.
Second and 10.
You can count that one on the love hate.
Yeah. Second and 10, 7 plays, 61 yards this drive. 10 seconds to go on the play clock. Love in shotgun. He's got a running back with a 3 next to him. Oh, it's a botch snap, but eventually Emmanuel Wilson scoops it up. He's trying to create something on nothing. He runs it up, and he at least gets darn close back up to the line of scrimmage. Going to go down for about a 2-yard loss for the Green Bay Packers, but that could have been a game-ending disaster. So what happened here? The ball, it's a bad snap by Elton Jenkins. It's a low snap. It's to the side, and it squirts right through Love's hands. Another bad snap by Elton Jenkins.
But good on Emmanuel Wilson for picking that up and making
He turned it into
Yeah.
something. What running back is going to lose their job when Marshawn Lloyd's actually back and healthy?
Right?
That's my question. All right, Love in shotgun for this 3rd and 10. Packers have the ball at the 14.
Wipe off your hands and the ball.
No kidding. Jaden Reed doing an outward motion on the right.
Jesus
It's another low snap.
What is...
Another low snap that Love
Call
dropped. He's
timeout.
got to pounce on it.
Call timeout.
Wipe off the ball. Elton Jenkins, come on, man. If you're going to fill in at center, you better snap it correctly. That ball barely got off the ground. Elton, what the shit?
Yeah, that...
When it rains, it pours. Right, Commando G-Man? Field goal attempt for McManus. I mean, they had to get a touchdown there. They had to.
Come on. Please let the snap and the hold be good.
Kick up. Kick. Good. That makes it 24-6.
Like, that was...
You finally have a productive drive. You finally have a productive drive. And then 2 god-awful snaps derails it.
I know how you said earlier you can't shoot yourself more in the foot because you already shot it off with a shotgun. I think you forgot the other foot.
Well, they started on the other foot. That's exactly it.
Captain Cavill saying, I miss Josh Myers? What a world.
Strange times we live in, my friend. Strange times.
We found the other foot.
You know the thing with all these bad snaps? Elton Jenkins played some center during training camp. He played center in the Arizona game when Josh Myers had to leave hurt. Dude's played center before.
It's Waney.
Get better gloves. Okay, what are the people saying? What are the fine people out there saying? What do we got, Peter?
Jenkins' awful snaps reminds us of being a center is a full-time job. There's a reason Jason Kelsey got paid as much as he did.
Well, and the other thing that I would add, too, is it is slightly unconventional. It's not unheard of, but it is slightly unconventional to have non-centers play center. How often do you hear about centers kicking out to guard? It's not all that often, right? And part of the reason for that is because, like you say, center is a very specialized job. And it's not just because of the snaps. Most teams have their center do the line calls. Like, it's different responsibilities. Oftentimes, it's even a different body type than a true guard. Now, Green Bay does like their guards a little bit leaner, so they're able to get away with it a little bit more. But I'm just saying in the traditional sense. But you got a point. You got a point.
Andrew's saying they are shooting off all the limbs at this point. We are just a sad, sad human being.
Their hand is gone at this point.
Dollar Hyde, Caleb Williams has been sacked 6 times tonight. Yay!
Yay! We'll take the little wins, Diller Hyde. Scary.
This hurts.
It does. It does. It's painful. Painful.
But it's painful with a smile. Big Al, great. Our best O-line is missing snaps. Maybe bring Monk in and put Jenkins at guard now?
Well, if you recall from training camp, Jacob Monk was much better in games than he was in practice. And I would also point out, during camp at least, like in practice, Monk had his fair share of really bad snaps too. So I don't know if we're going to chalk this up to the weather or what, but like I just don't know if that's the solution. But we're getting to the point where you just try something.
We're just
It just ain't working.
Chalk this up to just sadness.
Like that was their best drive of the day.
Yeah.
It was in control. It was quick tempoed. They were moving the ball through the air. Maybe their second best drive of the day. Maybe you can argue the other field goal drive was better. But man, have it botched in the dumbest way humanly possible.
What do we got going on?
He's just going to hold it.
Oh.
So the new rules with the new kickoff rules is if like the ball falls off the tee a certain number of times, you're allowed to bring in your punter to hold the ball up for the kicker.
Did you see Whelan's little smirk when he went up there and held the ball? He looked off to the sideline and just smirked.
I get to do a thing. Look at me go. Mom, look.
Because I bet somebody on the sidelines was like, "You are looking great."
Right?
You're doing great, sweetie.
All right, what do we got?
Peter's saying Zach Tom is way better at center than Jenkins.
Yeah, and then what you're doing to right tackle.
Right.
That would be a terrifying proposition. Yeah. No. Zach Tom stays at tackle, my friend.
Okay. Let's do this.
Big Al with this loss. We're at 0-2. Hey, they haven't lost yet. But, okay. But other than that, we haven't played Chicago yet.
Loss of yards, baby!
Yeah, there we go. Stopping the run. Isaiah McDuffie again. McDuffie. He's having himself a nice game. He's in the backfield a bunch.
Kevin Kettle's saying 6 touchdowns in 15 minutes.
It is. Yes, indeed.
We can do it.
I mean, they really don't need 6. I think that's just for your petty
he's
Twitter
just
conversation.
being petty.
That's what I thought. All right.
We love a petty man.
I mean, that's fine. But, yeah.
I can understand. I find myself in the petty camp as well.
Well, I mean, what was it last year? Week 3, they played the Saints. That was Love's first start at Lambeau. And they came back in the fourth quarter. And I believe they put up 18 points in the fourth quarter. If someone wants to fact check me on that, go nuts. But I think it was 18 points that they put up in the fourth. 18 points here ties the game. I'm just saying it's possible. It's not likely, it's possible. Don't confuse those words. It's possible.
Captain Kevin's saying needs the points, my brother. Detroit doing us no favor. So how's everybody today?
Oh, we live in a terrible timeline. All right. 24-6. Here we go. Fourth quarter. Get a big pick six.
Woo!
Pick 6, and then Detroit is going to botch the kickoff, and then we get the ball back. It's game-changing real quick. That's what we're rooting for.
Yes.
Pick 6. Xavier McKinney hasn't gotten his yet today.
I know, he hasn't gotten...
Jordan Love threw his. McKinney's got to get his in order for them to keep pace with each other. Come on, McKinney. It's up to you.
Right? Our future lies in your hand. No pressure, friend. Big Al saying, at least this team is fighting for all my years of watching Matt LaFleur, that his team is always fighting.
And, you know, I would just, we don't need to talk about the other guy, but I would just point out, to me, that change occurred when they went from being an older vet team to being a young team. Because it wasn't just Rodgers, but it was the whole mentality of those 20, 21, 22 teams that really just kind of rolled over when it got hard. And, you know, I'm talking the last year especially. It was those guys are gone. And we have not seen a lot of rolling over since those days. So I'm not willing to put that on LaFleur. I'm willing to put that on what the player leadership of the time was.
As we've seen, leadership is important. Peter saying no interception, no missed field goal. Well, that match would still have been a potential win by the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, I mean, you take away the pick 6, so now you're talking 17-6. And give them the field goal, now you're at 17-9. 17-9 feels a heck of a lot better. Let's give them a couple drops, too. Then we're probably looking at a tied game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still had saying X time, baby.
X gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. All right, here we go. 2nd and 11 for Detroit as the fourth quarter kicks off. I gotta be honest, Xavier McKinney's eyes don't have that "it's on me" time.
Mm-hmm.
He had that look of like, we done? That ain't good. All right, 2nd and 11.
Get fired up, y'all.
2nd and 11 for the start of the fourth quarter. Detroit is on the 38-yard line. Goff in shotgun here. And it's a handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs, but the Packers stop it at the line. TJ Slayton again. Slayton has been at the bottom of these piles a lot. Good to see him be more active today as he now goes running off for 3rd down. Should set up about 3rd and 10 for Detroit. 14:45 to go in the game now. And yeah, Jared Goff, 15 of 17, 114 and a touchdown. Just silly. All right. Goff in shotgun again. Trip receivers off to the left, although that's changing as motion goes from left to right. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left with a running back in the backfield with him. 3rd and 10. Packers chomping at the bit. They're showing a lot of motion around the line. Edgerrin Cooper blitzing, but the blitz is picked up by David Montgomery. Goff has time, but Goff, his The hot route there did not work out as Laporta and Goff are not on the same page, and that is an incomplete pass. Green Bay gonna get the ball back, and they did it pretty darn quick. Punt coming for Detroit.
Please, Lions, get comfy. You got a lead. Just relax.
Yeah, do that more often.
Yeah.
Love getting his helmet. Love does appear to be coming back into the game.
Defense, you too. Just relax.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. You're fine.
All right, Detroit lining up for the punt. Curious to see who's back there, either Reed or Nixon for this one. And punt is up. And that floats to about the 18.
That looks like
where that is Jaden Reed. He makes the fair catch at about 17-yard line.
Peter is saying Goff won't take any risk until the end of this match, I'm afraid.
I'm inclined to agree,
That's
Peter.
okay. That we can do that
Well,
again and again and again.
And that's his job, right? I mean, like you've got an 18-point lead in the fourth now. Jared Goff's job from here on out is basically don't screw it up. Any quarterback in this situation, their job is don't screw this up.
Yeah.
So, and Jared Goff he's really good at not screwing it up. You gotta give credit where it's due. That's who he's become. Last week they put up 52 points and he threw for 85 yards. That's the definition of don't screw this up. Whew.
Player is saying we need a touchdown. Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And then a couple more. Hey, ay, ay. Oh, so old people seem lovely. All right. We still got time. We got time.
Okay. Ooh, Big Al. I feel like the loss of Evan Williams is more significant than Jair, even though he's a better, more established player. But we're kind of used to not playing Jair at this point. I think against Detroit, having Jair would have been really nice, right? Because you just put him on Amon-Ra St. Brown. Well, yeah.
Like you have him follow Amon-Ra, and that really would have come in handy today. But at the same time, the Evan Williams was playing out of his mind while at safety. Plus, that means you get to put Bullard in the slot, and you're not playing Stokes as much. You're not playing Valentine as much. Maybe if Nixon falters, you're not playing Nixon as much. So I don't know as if we want to split the hair to say that like Evan Williams is more important to the defense than Jair. I don't think we want to say that because having Jair to shut down a number one is still invaluable. And Jair was playing very well this year, much better than he was last year. I think we can conclusively and accurately say without a shadow of a doubt, missing both of them is real bad for the secondary. No matter what way you want to slice it. That's a lot to overcome.
Jordan takes the snap.
Whoop, there we go. Complete over the middle.
middle.
That's to Christian Watson. So now they get the ball up to about the 31. Come on, get up there. Get up there. Get up there.
Jordan Love is moving. He's trying to get his towel to agree with him.
Give him whatever they gave Rodgers with the knee game and get him moving.
Want to get this in quick. Kevin Campbell's Jeff trusts Ja a lot more than people think. Jeff is not at all comfy with his man or his blitzes without the island out there.
That is very true. And we saw that earlier this year when Ja was hurt. Yes. That's an excellent point, Kevin Campbell's. Very true and proven.
Jacobs in the backfield.
All right, Love takes a snap and he's dropping back. We got a flag. I think that's false start. It looked like the right side of the line jumped a little early. Back him up 5 yards. Because what's a Packer drive without some kind of self-inflicted wound?
Come on, man.
Yeah, Zach Tom of all people. That ain't good.
Cam Campbell's just happy we drafted 2 safeties this year and got 1 in free agency.
Yeah. I mean, the way that they rebuilt the safety room is incredible.
It is windy.
Yeah, it is.
Call sheets are
just dangling off of Dan Campbell there. All right, Love in shotgun now. It's a completely different play being called. Tucker Kraft in motion from right to left, still winding up in the tight end spot. 10 penalties today. Under 3 on the play clock. Love takes the snap out of shotgun.
Woo,
He's
let's
going
go,
deep
Red.
to right to Dontavian Wicks. Out of bounds.
Dang it.
Out of bounds. Wicks actually caught it.
He actually caught it.
Out of bounds.
Come on.
Yep, and he was tracking that
Interference.
ball. He was
Interference.
tracking it. Oh, even that one nearly squirted through. Good
Interference.
Lord, Wicks.
Grab his arm. Where's the call?
You're not getting that call. Third and, let's see, 13-19 to go, 2nd and 15. Love probably led him just a little bit out of bounds there. Wicks nearly dropped that one too. Watson in motion from right to left. Love takes a snap, fakes the handoff, and he's looking down to the middle. Oh, we're going
That's
deep
right.
every
Come
play
on,
now. That's
Watson.
deep to
Come on,
Watson.
Watson.
And Watson misjudges that. He stopped early and jumped, and it floats above his hands and his head. Watson misjudged. Either the wind took that ball or Watson straight up misjudged it, because you don't stop early and then have the ball float above your head. Whoo! Yeah. And Love took a shot on that play. And he bumped into Zach Tom. That could have been a disaster. Good God. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong. Chris Brooks now in. Tucker Kraft in. 3rd and 15. Green Bay is going to be going deep here, and it looks like Green Bay might have jumped, but no flag. Complete to Chris Brooks, who breaks one tackle. Mouthpiece goes flying. And then he said he's brought down. Gain of about 10 out of the backfield to Chris Brooks. Packers look like they are staying on for 4th down. Gotta wonder if that was a just ditch off by Love or if that was the true design to go to Brooks there. But 4th and 5 for Green Bay. Love in shotgun. 20 to go on the play clock. One receiver off to the left as well as the tight end. 2 receivers to the right. Chris Brooks in the backfield with him. Gotta say, Chris Brooks is probably RB2 at this point if he's in the game in this situation. Love in shotgun. Takes a snap. Drops back. He's looking to the right, and he throws to the right. That's another deep play to Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed just catches every freaking one of those. Every contested catch Jaden Reed seems to get. My goodness. And the Packers still have a very, very faint pulse as Jaden Reed beat Ennis Rakestra. That looked to be some face mask that could have been tacked on there, but no call. Jordan Love now in shotgun, and he takes a snap. It's another low snap. Jordan Love couldn't handle it, and it goes down. And that's going to be a 1 or 2 yard loss.
That's so bad. Snap the ball. Get the ball.
As Jaden Reed and Romeo Dobbs leave the field. Fantastic. I missed that replay. Was it just low again? Did Love drop it? Was it low?
I don't even want to know. I'm just sad.
All right, 2nd and 11.
Come on, Elton. Get your sheet together.
Snap it higher.
Not too high, though.
There you go. That was good.
Good.
Okay, Jordan Love dropping back, and he's looking to the middle. Now he goes to the right. And that's a pass to Bo Melton. Bo is the truth. Bo knows. And that's another 1st down for the Green Bay Packers.
Run it. Run it.
Move.
Let's
move.
let's get this going. This is good.
Yes.
This is what we want.
For the 2nd drive in a row, the aerial attack is working. Get your rhythm going.
Right?
25 on the play clock. They're already up to the line. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Love takes a snap, hands it off to Chris Brooks. Brooks running up the middle. And that's a nice gain there as he twists his way through a tackle attempt. Gain of about 9. We're going to see where they have to mark it. But
a good
10:38 to go in the
truck
game.
it through.
And Carlton Davis is hurt, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shoulder?
Yeah, that could be a stinger. Like his dropping his hand like that can sometimes be indicative of like a shoulder stinger or things of that nature. And sometimes, just ask AJ Dillon, those can be scary.
Kevin Kebble's saying, I dislike the Lions, but I do respect the if it we ball mentality they have, just unbothered by anything you do, weather, scheme, players, etc.
Yeah, hard to disagree with that, like Kebbles.
Kevin Kebble's also saying, let us just throw quarterbacks to the ground when they don't even hold the ball. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of love for Reed. Kevin Kebble's saying, Jenkins, please stop trying to kill.
Agreed.
Mick saying Brooks is a football player.
Yes, he is. Yes, he
Kevin's
is.
saying
Loved
hope he
that
is
signing.
okay. Never want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, it's always scary when you see a guy doing this because, like, you got to think it's because it's tingling or he's trying to get feeling there or whatever. Yeah, you never want to see that.
2nd and 1.
Come on, 2nd and 1. Punch this in for the love of God. All right, Jordan Love taking the snap. That was a good snap, and he's rolling to the right. He's trying to find somewhere to go. Now he's rolling back. Block the Lions that are there. Not again. Love, stop doing that stupid crap.
I apologize, but oh my God, that looked like another interception.
Okay, so multiple dumb things there. Like, Love is rolling out to the right, and then all of a sudden, while he's there, one of them had a free shot. And then he begins to throw that away at the end, but it's like it slipped and it was kind of deflected.
His foot was out of bounds anyways.
Play.
But like, for the love of
Third
God.
one. Third one.
Love.
Third
Learn
one.
how to throw it away.
All right, Love under center for 3rd and 1. This very well might be a Josh Jacobs carry. And Ben Sims motioning. Oh, no, it's a play action. A good play action by Love. Well, that's the end zone. Wicks! God. Did I break it? I pounded the desk. I might have broke it. Sorry.
But like, rage.
But here's the thing. If you can't, we're back, Kevin Kellis. I'm sorry. But I know he gets open at a higher clip than anybody else. I know his potential is sky high. But if you can't do the main job, then you can't. And you're unplayable until you can catch the ball. 4th and 1.
Watson in motion.
Love in shotgun. It's a handoff to Josh Jacobs. Jacobs pushes through.
He didn't get it.
Yeah.
He didn't get it.
It's going to take some very, very nice forward progress to give him that.
Kevin Kibbles. Okay, so every time we scheme Wicks open, put someone else there. We didn't get that. I do not think we got it.
Part of it is Wicks is such a good route runner. He is. There's no denying it. He gets open quicker than anyone else on the team. But God's sakes, if you can't catch, you can't play wide receiver. Put him at corner. I don't know. It's just stupid.
Block, no rock. Yeah, I don't think we got that.
Another high quality drive.
Commando G-Man saying, for once I agree with Tom, that sequence was baffling.
Yeah. I mean, but
the insanity that we should probably be only a few points away.
The thing is, like, I don't love the run on 4th. I was fine with it for the rest of it. I think running it on 4th is fine there. I want to go back and watch the replay, but I don't love the type of run that they did. I would have rather run it on 3rd than 4th. But man, what a joke. 6 drops today for the Green Bay Packers, and the vast majority of them are not contested catch style drops.
No, they're hit the chest, go through your hands kind of drops. And those are just inexcusable. You're called a wide receiver. And if you can't receive, get off the field. You're benched. It's as easy as that.
I mean, it's just like it was. The comp just makes so much sense. Just like it was with Devontae Adams in year 2. When Devontae Adams was killing it with the route running and couldn't catch to save his life. Well, they weren't throwing to Devontae in key situations that year. It's hard to say you can keep doing it with Wicks.
Yeah.
The only one who's catching the ball at a reliable clip, really two guys, in terms of at least contested catches, is Jaden Reed or Romeo Dobbs. And even then, Dobbs has got a drop today.
Yeah.
And where in the sweet hell is Christian Watson?
Yeah.
The one time we throw it to Watson, who's open on a crosser, Love throws it into the ground.
Kevin Kettle saying, I feel bad for Matt LaFleur. He's scheming at master classes, not showing up, and he in the stat or scoreboards. Yeah.
I don't know as if I'd say he's scheming a masterclass today.
Yeah.
But no, he's not. I would say he's not going to deserve all the hate that's going to come his way, just like Jordan only deserves some of it. But,
we did get. No, we didn't. Never mind.
No. Detroit's got the ball first down at the 9. Again, a drive that comes away with nothing.
Nice. Good
There we go.
stop.
Good run stop, though. Quay Walker with the stop.
Yes.
Under 10 to go in the game now. Big Al.
Wicks is Tay 2.0. I mean, it'd be nice if he was for the end half. It's really frustrating that we're not treating him like we did with Devontae.
From body type to route running to drops in year 2. My God, it's a complete repeat. And it sounds so cliche at this point, but everything for those two guys continues to line up. All right, 2nd and 7. Goff takes a snap and under center. Hands it off to Jahmyr Gibbs, but Gibbs is brought down. Devontae Wyatt with the solo tackle, bringing down Jahmyr Gibbs. Wyatt, nice job on the run defense there, setting up 3rd down for Detroit.
I mean, yeah, that's just depressing.
Yeah,
like
13 incompletions, 6 drops.
That is just straight depressing when you have such a golden drive.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got one drive derailed by drops. You got one drive derailed by bad snaps. And there's your 4th quarter. All right, so blitz of Goff. Doesn't matter. He completes it over the middle. That's complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Eric Stokes in coverage.
Steven saying, sorry, just got back. Sounds like Love is Detroit's MVP. No, he's not. No, he's not.
No, I mean, like on the last drive, Steven, Dontavian Wicks was open for a touchdown and dropped the ball.
Yeah. No. Nope.
The drive before that, Green Bay cruised down the field, and then Elton Jenkins had back-to-back snaps literally in the dirt. So it's everything but that, actually.
There we go.
Detroit tries some trickery bullcrap, and Kingsley Enagbare reads it like a book and brings down the runner like 10 yards back. You know, and that was actually a thing this week, because Detroit has been shown.
Beautiful tackle.
Detroit has been shown repeatedly that when they're up big in a game is when they'll call trick plays.
Yeah.
And that's not exactly considered the most sportsman thing to do. And Xavier McKinney caught himself in a little bit of hot water by being like, yeah, we're not going to fall for that crap. There you go. They backed it up. 2nd and 21. Under 7.5 to go in the game. Goff takes a snap. He drops back in shotgun.
Come on.
He's got time, but then comes Keyshawn Nixon.
Come on.
There better not be a flag on that. Good.
Okay.
Nixon delivers a hit to Goff as Goff is getting rid of the ball. He throws it out of bounds. 3rd and 21. Clock stopped at 7:20 to go. Why are we replaying that?
Right?
All right. Well, incomplete for Goff. Third and 21 now for Detroit. Steven, sorry.
You don't need to be sorry.
No, not at all. It's just, it's
frustrating when all of this gets put on Love. When it's like there's so many other things that it's just like.
I mean, half of his incompletions are pure drops.
Like, no, Love has not been perfect this game. It's been really frustrating sometimes with Love. But a lot of this has been everybody surrounding him has just done nothing to help the forward progress of this game.
All right, so Detroit completes the pass on 3rd down. I do believe that was completed to Amon-Ra St. Brown, but they only pick up 11, so that makes it 4th and 10, and they're coming on to punt. Green Bay, it's a very, very faint pulse, but it's a pulse. They're not done yet, so Fox on for another punt.
Big Al saying, call me crazy, this game is on the offense. Defense wasn't perfect, but at least it's good enough to win this game.
Yeah. Yeah. I can get with
disagree.
that. I can get with that. I mean, really, the defense has given up 17 to an offense that generally averages 33. There we go. Jaden Reed taking the punt off of a bounce, and he's trying to make something happen. He gets a little something. Gets it up to about Green Bay's 45. So, I mean, like, the thing is, Detroit came into this game averaging 33.4 points per game. Green Bay's defense has held them to 17. You have held them, to this point, to half of what they've averaged coming into this game. Generally, you do that, and your defense has done enough to win. So the defense has not had, turnover plays, hasn't had huge sack after huge sack, anything like that. So it hasn't been a spectacular defensive performance, but generally speaking, when you hold an offense to half of what they generally get, that's enough to win a game. Yeah. Kevin Kevels.
7 minutes, damn heck of a game. Did not go the way I thought it would in any way. We were better on defense. Offense looked like a dome team. Frankly, a good time for a bye week. That is true. Yeah. I'm not mad that we're going into a week of not playing.
Yeah, I thought as though the defense was going to have a much harder time in this game than the offense.
Yeah.
And they should be. The offense, I don't know what they're doing. Like, it's just been out of sync nonsense. And we've been harping on it all game, but half of Love's incompletions are drops. Mm-hmm. The drops have been drive killers. The bad snaps from Elton Jenkins have been drive killers. They've understandably so, but when they got down, they abandoned the run. And in the first quarter, the run was the thing that was working. It's all bad. And then you've got the dumbest play possible, which gifted Detroit 7 points from Jordan Love.
Well, and it's just so frustrating, too, because the Lions are this powerhouse. And when every time, like, it makes every mistake so much more glaring of, like, we so could be more in this game. We could have had a chance to at least be in it or win it.
Oh, for sure.
If we just hadn't made these stupid rookie mistakes.
Yeah, oh, and that does even nothing to speak of the penalties. Double-digit penalties.
Oh my gosh, the penalties are horrible. We started the game with it took how long for Detroit to get a penalty? Granted, it was quite the penalty.
And we were 2 minutes into the second quarter, and Green Bay had 7 penalties.
Right, that's insane.
It's nonsense. All right, Christian Watson motioning from right to left. Jordan Love takes a snap in shotgun. He's dropping back. Protection holds at least long enough, and he pitches it off to Emmanuel Wilson, his check down, who at least gains 2. Now, keep the rhythm, get up to the line.
Right.
If you're going to do a huddle, it damn well better be a quick huddle. Let's move. I will say as though in this game, Jordan Love has done a nice job going to his checkdowns more often. Jordan Love now airing it out. That one goes to Romeo Doubs, who makes the catch against the sideline, but he does get both feet in. That's going to make him about a half yard shy of another set of downs. 5:47 to go in the game. Green Bay at least trying to fight to get some offense moving here. And the Lions have given up only 1 third down conversion the entire game. Boy, that's wonderful. Jordan Love in shotgun takes a snap, hands it off to Emmanuel Wilson. Nice. Wilson cuts it back to the right. There we go. Emmanuel Wilson breaks 1 tackle, and he gets all the way up to about the Detroit 27. Very strong run for Emmanuel Wilson. That gives Green Bay a little bit of jolt of life. Now get up to the line. Get moving. We'll say, where's Josh Jacobs been in half number 2? Because we've seen him very sparingly in half 2. It's been a lot of Chris Brooks and Emmanuel Wilson. All right, Jordan Love in shotgun for this first down. And takes a snap. And he's dropping back in shotgun. He's throwing to the right. That's going to be darn close to the end zone. Oh. Again, Watson jumps for a throw, and it goes over his head. That's the second time he's pulled up on a route in order to jump for it. Granted, this was a lot quicker than the other one. But second time where he's pulled up on a throw and then it's sailed over his head. Not okay.
Watching the Rams Pick 6 is a hell of a return.
Cameron Kitchens. A lot of people talked about him for the safety room until he had a god-awful combine. All right, 2nd and 10. Jordan Love in shotgun. Bo Melton motioning out, then in. And Love takes a snap. And he throws. It's a quick throw over to the right, but it's met quickly by Detroit's defender. That is indeed complete, though, to Tucker Kraft, who shoves the Detroit linebacker who's still laying on top of him off.
Yeah,
And let's go. Love, getting him up to the line.
That's right. Get moving.
4:40 to go in the game. You're still down 18. You best cook quickly. Jordan Love with the ball on the 21-yard line. He's in shotgun, empty set. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Love takes a snap, and he throws to the left. And that airs over Bo Melton's head. Looked like Melton was expecting like the throw to come close to the line, and Love was throwing to the back of the end zone. Incomplete. 4th and 4 now for Green Bay. Does look as though the rain has let up a little bit.
There's a
doesn't it?
flag.
Oh, we have a flag. Neat.
Please be pass interference. Literally anything on the Lions, I'll take.
What do we have here?
I don't.
And that all looked pretty clean.
I don't like that they're showing Matt LaFleur now.
Oh, that's on Detroit.
Woo!
Uh-oh, what did you do?
Toss him out.
Unsportsmanlike conduct again.
Get him out of here.
Detroit, get your people in order.
Get him out of here.
What happened?
I don't even know
what
what
did
he did.
do? What did he do?
They're not even going to show us.
Oh, man. All right. So that's a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 11 now. Jordan Love in shotgun, takes a snap, drops back. And he's looking, he's dancing. He's got time. He rolls out to the right, and he floats it out of the back corner of the end zone. That was pretty much just a throwaway for Jordan Love. 2nd and 10
That's a
coming up.
throwaway. That
was a real throwaway. Yeah. Well, that one to Jacobs wasn't a throwaway.
I know.
That other one was almost picked when he barely got it out of bounds.
Yes. I just.
Yeah. All right, 14 to go now. 2nd and 10. What do we got? Yeah, I know it was unsportsman after the play, but what did he do?
Right, like.
Who did he swear out?
I mean, for the drama, what did he do?
Who did he shove? Who did he kick in the gonads? What happened? All right, Elton Jenkins ready to snap this to Jordan Love in shotgun. Jaden Reed motioning from left to right. 2 receivers on the right, 2 receivers on the left. Running back with him in the backfield. Jaden Reed now going right to left. Love takes a snap, and he throws. That's middle. That's complete to Tucker Kraft.
There we go.
Kraft can't quite carry his defender into the end zone, but he gets close, and that's up to the 1. Go,
come on,
go.
Get it. Get to the line. Get moving.
Jordan Love, yep, they're going no huddle. I like this.
As you should. Let's get going.
I like this a lot. No huddle. All right, they've got the ball up to the 2.
Come on, people. Come on.
Jordan Love in shotgun. Jaden Reed in the slot off to the left, but it's a handoff. Handoff to Emmanuel Wilson. Touchdown, Green Bay. A rushing touchdown for Green Bay. Signs of life for the Green Bay offense. It's almost like when they increase the pace of the offense, it works. It's almost like that. I've only been bitching about that for a year and a half.
Okay.
Ay. What do we got, Big Al?
For the first time in a while, we're going for a 2-point. Hold your thoughts.
Hey, 2-point. Jordan Love in shotgun for this 2-point. Emmanuel Wilson next to him. Trips receivers off to the left. Tucker Kraft off to the right, tight end. And Love's looking left. And then he goes back to the middle. Finds Christian Watson. Finally, get Watson involved more. That makes it 24-14, 3:49 to go.
Okay. Happy days. We're moving. See? This is what we wanted, like all game. You know, life.
Oh, dang it. Watson darn near got pulled down by Tyrion Arnold, but he fought it off, got to the back of the end zone, made the catch for the 2-point. 24-14. Woo!
Okay.
Woo! All right.
Now, Big Al, for the first time in a while, the Packers are no longer the powerhouse of the NFC North. It's a good thing we got Lions in the second half of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I want this team again. Yeah, just like last year. So they again play Detroit on Thursday, December 5th. In Detroit, obviously. So that's coming up Thursday night football. That's week 14. Thursday, December 5th.
Campbell and Goff are having chat.
And it's their second Thursday game in a row. because the Thursday prior is Thanksgiving against Miami.
Kevin Kebble's got 5 weeks before we face them again. In theory, 2 easy games versus Dolphins and 49ers, depending on who you ask, and Bears, Lions again, then a softer landing to finish the year.
Yes, I am not in the camp that says Miami and Niners are going to be easy. They won't be. But they're more beatable than they've been. But with Miami back, with Tua back, and Frisco getting healthier with McCaffrey, like, it's not going to be easy.
Kevin Kebble's saying, hurry up. Please, boys, we don't have the time.
All right, so an onside kick. Yeah, onside kick goes right out of bounds. Okay.
Captain Kebble's saying, now do they go for 2?
They did.
Seems so. Captain Kebble's, yay, points. Yay, more points.
Yay!
Man, the previous stall looms large. Gary's saying, even if we don't come back, this is good for our team. Yes, they showed life.
This version of the Green Bay Packers does not give up.
Yes. Cam Kebble's, I'm ready to be hurt again.
Yeah.
Kevin Kebble's,
flag.
please.
We got a flag.
Please, X, do your things, preferably within 3 plays.
Yes, please, X.
Anthony's saying, wait, now I feel dumb. I thought you guys played again on Thanksgiving.
We do. They're the night game. It's the Thursday night for Thanksgiving. Oh, and it's a false start on Detroit. So they do play on Thanksgiving against Miami. And then the next Thursday is against Detroit, December 5th. So, yeah, it's not Detroit on Thanksgiving again. It's just Miami on Thursday and then Detroit on the next Thursday.
Kevin Kebble's forgot Tua was back, my bad.
Yeah. And Miami still lost today. In fact, I think they've lost both games with Tua back. But still, Tua's back. And that makes them way harder than they've been. All right, so handoff to David Montgomery as he goes running up and gains about 6 on the ground. Going to set up 2nd and 4 for Detroit, but the clock is not moving. Did Green Bay take a timeout? I have a feeling Green Bay.
Yes, they did.
Second timeout taken for Green Bay. They've got 1 left. Detroit has 2 left. And that's going to set up 2nd, and I believe this is going to be 2nd and 4 for Detroit. Whoo, boy. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, so just to recap the schedule, obviously next week is the bye week. And coming up this week on Tuesday is the trade deadline. So
2nd and 4.
have to see if there is
Goff
huge news.
under
I'll go
center,
live for it.
87 making some motion.
Jared Goff taking the snap, and it's a handoff. Handing it off to David Montgomery.
And they said, heck no, you're not getting that first down. We
Sets
will
up
stop
3rd
you.
down. So, yeah, don't forget about that. There's a lot of speculation that Green Bay may make a move or whatever. If Green Bay makes a big move, of course, I'll be going live on Tuesday for that. You can also expect shoutouts and get-outs on Tuesday, unless, of course, there's massive trade news. Then we'll just kibosh shoutouts and get-outs, just talk trade. We're moving forward around here. Or I'll just rearrange the week or whatever. We'll figure
We
it out.
want to forget about this. Let's just move on.
but-
2nd one.
Ultimately, we've got that coming up. And then next weekend is the bye. And then the weekend after that, we're in Chicago. So, big couple weeks. And this is a very well-timed bye for Green Bay, as someone said earlier. A week to get healthy and a week to forget this. All right, carry for David Montgomery. That goes up the left side of the line. And it's
the first down.
It's a 3-yard gain for a first down.
Rashawn Gary made like a WWE style takedown move. He wanted Montgomery down.
Yeah. But now we're also at the point, 2:45 to go.
We're not looking pretty on the clock.
So Green Bay has more passing yards, more rushing yards, and more total yards than Detroit. And they're being slapped by 10 points. The epitome of shoot yourself in the foot game. Unreal. All right, Jared Goff under center now. He takes the snap, hands it off to David Montgomery again, who's just getting some stats
this
in.
time he's just going.
He breaks 2 tackles before he's hit again. That first down takes us to the 2-minute warning. Or at least it should. No, Green Bay took their last time out. Is that what's going on? Clock is stopped at 2:03.
Cam Kebbell is just so wild this drive should be for who scores last in the game versus what it is snuffing the life out. Yep. Missed kick and pick 6 because of course it was.
I mean, right. You've got really, there are 4 factors in this game that lost Green Bay the game. Or, shouldn't say that. Might lose Green Bay the game. All right, so 4 factors, right? Missed field goal, that's 1. 2, penalties, absolutely, way too many dumb ones. 3, the pick 6 from Love. 4, drops. And if you want to say 5 bad snaps, I give that too.
Yeah.
But like every single one of those things goes back to one root cause, and that is self. They did it to themselves.
Yeah.
All right, so Detroit takes the snap, and this play will take us to the 2-minute warning as Green Bay has already burned up their last time out. Complete to David Montgomery. David Montgomery is avoiding tacklers like the plague, and then gets up to about the 11-yard line where he gives himself up. It's the 2-minute warning, man. You didn't have to give yourself up. But nonetheless, minute 54 to go. That means 2-minute warning, and Detroit is going to have the ball within the 10, which is just fine because that's where Green Bay's defense comes to life.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's part of the frustration is just the fact of like, did the Lions defense really do that good? They didn't need to. We did it for them. Like,
yeah, the only thing that I want to be really careful of is I listed like the 5 things, right, as to why Green Bay is going to lose this game. But make no joke about it either. Detroit is a very,
they are good.
very good football team. And there have been times in this game where they also just imposed their will on the line of scrimmage both ways.
Yes.
So like that in and of itself is like its own thing. But it's like, okay, they're down 10. If you take away the 5 self-inflicted things for Green Bay, they're absolutely in this game. Absolutely in this game.
Yeah.
But Detroit's really good too. Both things can be true. And both things are proving true here today.
Gary's saying, don't let them get in. Anthony's saying,
nice. Yeah.
This lose sucks for you guys, but not completely terrible. Rest up and finish the season strong.
Thank you, Anthony. Really appreciate that, man. And they, this is a rough loss. But at the same time, like I said earlier, this is a very, very good time for the bye. Yes. Go clear your heads. Go get healthy because it's a very banged up team. Like, not that many guys are missing this game, but this is a banged up team. So just go get right, and let's hit the ground running against Chicago to start off against the bye or after the bye.
Kevin Kebbles, I will say our defense is 100% legit.
Hey, they like I said, they held Detroit to half of what they were averaging. That's a game-winning performance for the defense.
McKnight, my compliments to Lombardi Time Brews for doing good work in a tough situation.
Thank you, Mick. Really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Thanks, everybody, for being here.
Yes, we appreciate everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, John, do you think the defense is still figuring out themselves?
Offense.
Or offense,
right?
Sorry.
Yes. Yeah. When Malik Willis was in earlier this year, everything was extremely controlled by LaFleur. Like, it was this is what we are going to do, and we're going to do it well. And we're going to parse it down. We're going to bring in some high school concepts even. Like, we are going to simplify the crap out of this. We're just going to execute it perfectly, and then we're going to go out there and play well. And they did. Right? There's been... Remember last year, they had to go through this process, and they shouldn't have had to go through it nearly this extensively this year. But yet we're still seeing it where the timing is off. Stupid penalties from the offensive side of the ball. Drops. And it's not just this week. Drops have been a problem all year. Mm-hmm. Stupid penalties have been a problem all year. We're seeing individual halves, not entire games where the passing attack is looking as it could be. Sometimes it's Jordan's fault. Sometimes it's the receiver's fault. Sometimes it's both their faults. But this very much looks like an offense that assumed that it would click easier than it is, and now they're not. And now they got to do the work to get back. And that just feels like where they are. And for whatever reason, be it now Love's 2 injuries, or it's thrown everything off. It's even thrown the timing of the season off. They should be getting into that groove now, and instead... they're looking more jagged than ever. And this bye week is going to be very, very important. It's just the way it is. And that should be your game ender right there. So let's finish up with some of these comments. And it's time for us to go do something that's not this.
Captain Kevels would not want to be anywhere else, fam.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Captain
Also
Kevels.
saying the Willis offense is the Shanahan type 1. If the play call isn't perfect, you're sunk playing quarterback by play call. LaFleur trusts his offense to make plays. I'll take Matt. It sucks when mistakes happen, but...
Yeah, I know you're coming with more thoughts there, but just to say, like, this one, yes, you're right. Like, and that's part of the reason I just can't get with any talk about, like, well, Willis should be playing. It's the Willis offense is so much simpler, so much more controlled, so much more that it's limited. Because if that doesn't work, if they don't execute that offensive perfectly, that offense is going nowhere. Whereas the more complicated Jordan Love offense, or the ones that they do like when Love is in, you have so many more routes to being prosperous. And every NFL coach is going to opt for that being the preferred one every time. They got to get it right.
Mm-hmm. Continuing his thoughts, saying, I believe in Matt LaFleur. He simply is the best offensive head coach combo to me this year.
They're staying afloat. I mean, they're still 6-3.
Yeah. We got Gary saying, if we can play clean football and limit penalties and get healthy, we can beat this team later in the year.
Yeah, I agree with that, Gary.
Absolutely.
I agree. I still like this matchup for Green Bay. But I said even in the preview, this is the wrong time to go against Detroit. They're playing too well, and we are too banged up, and we're not in sync yet. Not a winning recipe against Detroit. It is what it is.
Big Al, we're gonna get our get back with the Vikings and Lions in the second half of the year.
And we come out of the bye against Chicago. That should be a very fun game.
Anthony saying, much love, fam. Rest up. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you, Anthony. You as well.
The Rigby saying, this team really does need to stop shooting themselves in the gut.
Oh, my God.
It kind of does feel like that. Like, not even just the foot, but the gut. So it's very
long
and painful.
Detroit is a very, very good team. But if Green Bay didn't do the 5 self-inflicted mistakes that we talked about a little bit ago, this is a completely different game. And I'm not going to say Green Bay would have won this game if they did those 5 differently, but it wouldn't have been a blowout either.
Yes. Dollar Hyde saying, thanks for your company through this difficult game.
Thank you for being here, Dollar Hyde. All right, everybody.
Let's share the misery.
It's time for us to get on out of here. Time to go do something that isn't this. So do hope everyone at least comes to peace, right? All right, let's get out of here. Everybody go have a great night. Happy Sunday to you. I'll be back Tuesday, either with breaking trade deadline news, go live for that, or it'll be shout outs and get outs. Maybe it'll both. Who freaking knows? Let's just get through tomorrow. Hey, everybody. All right.
Who got ejected? Sorry.
Oh, dang. All right. Have a great night, everybody. It's time for us to go. And as always, go Pack, go.